Sorry, I'm like 1 minute behind schedule here. I don't know why gate 1... This is not right. I don't think this is... I have many questions about what's going on. Why is gate 1 not by the gate? And what happened to the gate over here that it is... It's like... Very strange. Noah, our first chatter in, pre-gaming in here. James, what's going on? Mr. Hallahan, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The other guy makes wait 10 minutes. I would have... Actually, my plan was to be, like, live exactly at 12:45, but I had to restart my computer. And, yeah, we're here in Bradley, Windsor Locks, Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know why the gate is all messed up. Oh, is that JCT? Well, either way. Of course, we have here the Mohegan Sun. This is the Latin VFR scenery. BDL has seen better days, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, this looks fine. I don't remember that gate 1 is so messed up. Like, gate 1 should be like gate 3 and gate 5. Something is not right about gate 1. So, not to mention the fact that, like, the plane's wing... I hope this doesn't give us a problem with pushback here, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, JCT. No worries, JCT. This is Payware Senior. Yes, this is the Latin VFR. Again, I don't recall gate... I don't know what's going on with gate 1, but we're just... Gate 1 is... Oh, God. Hallahan. All right, well, we're here in the cold and dark here in the Fenix A320. Going to take this down to Miami today. I would have done this flight this evening. There is an event, but we've got plans this evening. So, as they say, it's now or never. And if you watched our new video about the cold and dark startup, then this should be pretty easy for you. We're going to get started, though, starting off with external power. Battery 1, battery 2. Turn the pumps on. These plans really get in the way. I know it, right? Darn family. Guillaume, these engine sounds are absolutely insane. They are really good. All the sounds are really good. I'm very impressed by it. I think the... overall, I was very impressed by the product. I mean, it's still buggy. We were talking in the comments on the Phoenix review video with some folks about that. And there are some bugs. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, but I think it's good enough, at least to get started. You know, no airplane comes out exactly finished, but it's good enough to fly. I think the bugs are few and far between, so it's good enough to get going down here, you know? Hey, Seth. Is that Sephiroth or just Seth? But anyway, welcome. Twice this week, Noah. I know, right? All right, let's go down to the ATSU and go to Hallahan's favorite menu, the AOC menu. I'm glad they didn't make us wait another 6 months. I'm with you on that. I thought PMDG took their sweet time with that. Maybe, perhaps more so than they needed to, but that's a debate for a different day. Oh, there's Sephiroth. You don't worry, Sephiroth. You and JCT hit the wrong account coming in here. When can we expect an unbiased coverage? PMDG content that isn't clickbait? I'm not sure, dude. I don't know about that. I'd have to get the PMDG. I don't know. Okay, so we got this in here. Go to the initialize the flight computer, initialize the request. We're going to get we've filed this all the sim brief, so this is where all this data is coming from. Hope you're doing well, Sephiroth. Good to see you. All right, so we are going to be flying Bradley to Miami. We'll initialize the IRS, align, cool, request some wins. We're trying to, Hallahan, we're trying to, conquer this one day at a time here on YouTube, And today we are JetBlue. What are we? 2085. Cool. 35 on the cost index. Flight level. I don't know what actually I haven't filed it yet, so I should probably do that. File this VATSIM. How are you getting on with the Phoenix? I'm digging it, man. This is my 4th or 5th flight now. I did my first flight on VATSIM this morning, like full flight, and it was great. 32,000 feet. I'm really enjoying it. It's a little different than the fly-by-wire, but not in a bad way, just different. The JetBlue Incognito. Yes, we were flying JetBlue, but since there's no livery yet. They have a lot of liveries that have come out already on FlightSim.2, but JetBlue is not one of them. I don't care about realism. Who cares? I just want my plane to look like JetBlue, okay? Is that so much to ask? So anyway, we're flying the Phoenix livery because I don't think it makes any sense to fly any other livery. I thought maybe like the default Airbus, but no back time for that. Anyway, so where am I here? We did this. We did this. Cool, cool, cool. Good. All right. Let's do our fuel. I know the engine Pierce. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I could not care less about what engine JetBlue does or does not fly. I just like. Okay, if that matters to you, fine. Don't use the livery. But like, it matters to me. It doesn't matter to me. Someone make the darn livery. I mean, there's a lot of others that have already been created, and I'm assuming that's the same issue. Tap to import from SimBrief. Yeah, they say that about every time I do this. I don't think this is true. Cool. Bradley, what are we doing here? We're doing weights now. So we're gonna go here. Uh-oh. Why does it have nothing? Oh, because we're not in kilograms. All right, fine, whatever. I swear every time I put in kilograms first, it yells at me about not being in pounds. So we'll go to kilos, save, great, generate. Yeah, there we go. But I couldn't agree more, Halhan. Hey, Joel, what's going on, man? Is the display above the McDo in op? Yes. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this one right here. I believe the plan is for it to work eventually. I think. I've honestly never even hit these buttons. I seem to recall one of the beta testers, Joel, saying that, but I could be wrong. All right, let's go re-import our flight. Re-import from SimBrief. Yes, re-import now. Nice. Oh, JCZ thinks it does work. All right, turn the brightness up. All right, we'll do that in a second. Let me just get this going over here. We'll test it out for Joel. All right, so now we've got, you can see here, planned, and planned. So we're going to load the aircraft. We're going to do it instantly because we don't have time for the real thing. Boarding completed. I missed that sound effect from Fly-by-Wire. The lady yelling at me. All right, so fuel for today in the tanks, 10.6. And zero fuel weight, 52.5 by 30.5. Brightness up. JCT doesn't work. Or it's not on yet. Maybe I have to like initialize it somehow. All right, so we got that. Flight plan. Let's get let's hop on VATSIM. There was control earlier today. Hawks in the house. What's up, man? How are you, Hawks? Connect. I did file this already. We should be 2083. There was Bradley approach on this morning. Toronto Center's on. It's not Nomad, is it now? Looks like no ATC. ATC 0, as they say. GC, I think only get when you get message from like Hoppy. Ah, okay. Appreciate the vids. Great work. Thank you so much, Hawks. It's been fun, but it is a lot of work. The review video was a ton of work. I mean, that was WERK work, you know. Departing runway 33. Right now in Hartford, they're closed 6 and 24, which is weird. So we'll do that. I just started learning the Airbus and the fly-by-wire as a complete noob. Would I get any benefit from the Fenix over the fly-by-wire? No, not necessarily. I think, you know, I talked about this in my video review. I feel like the reason you would want to do the Coastal 9. The reason to do the Fenix is purely, I mean, there's more depth of the system, Sephiroth, right? I think that's truly the benefit. But if you're brand new and you're cutting your teeth and you're not sure that you're going to fly an Airbus all the time, like if you know, like, I want to fly the Airbus all the time, then yeah, get the Fenix because it's great. But if you're like, well, I'm not sure, I want to try the Airbus, like you said, you're a complete noob, you're just trying to learn it, then the fly-by-wire will at least give you a pretty good, like, starting point, you know? So if I fall totally in love with the Airbus, it might be worth it. Absolutely, yes. No worries, Hawks. I appreciate you being here. You guys even you know, lurking in here does a lot of work. Does a lot of help, rather. And we are arriving on I forgot what I looked up. Hello, SimBrief. SimBrief. There you are. Runway 8 right. I'm sure this will change. And we're coming in on the Bonefish 1 arrival. Cool. There's no Bonefish 1. How do you update the air rack in this plane? Because I know the air racks are out of date. And I got to change my flight. I can take the Coastal 2 in, it looks like. I kind of... The Navigraph Data Manager? I don't know what that... Yeah, no, I have that. I don't think I can do that now. I'm not restarting the whole thing. But, like, I went there, like, the Nav Center data, this thing? No simulate... Oh, Symlink. I think that's what I'm missing. I bet you that's the problem. I bet you that's the issue, right? No, it's already running. No, it's already running, so I don't know what's... I don't know. I ran into this problem before, and... All right, I'll debug this later on. I'm not going to worry about it. Looks like we take the Coastal 2 in. It's going to do basically the same thing. So I'll just take Coastal 2 and hope for the best. Coastal 1. Sure, why not? That's like the Coastal 2. God. It was supposed to have Navigraph integration, but I'm not sure if they rolled out. There's Navigraph integration in the plane for, like, you know, your charts and what have you, and that does work, but I don't think I've seen any option to, like, update your AirRack, which is annoying. This one would be Debrol. I think what I filed was Hogue, and that's not an option in here, right? No. All right, that's fine. So Coastal 1, Debrol, I'm sure we'll be okay on that. What could possibly go wrong? I probably should, though, redo that. I'm going to refile it just under... That's going to be a real problem. I'm going to have to... this is going to be an issue. Man, not having that Bonefish 1, I didn't even realize that was going to be a problem. Whenever you get that working, you should be able to update it there. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried now about the flight plan, because originally we were going on this one. Yeah, that's a problem. There's no Bonefish 1. Because this one is more inland route. The problem is, like, if there's no ATC, I don't care. I can get myself over there. But we're going to take this. This is... All right. If you're an ATC controller, don't watch what I'm about to do. We're just doing that. Screw it. Okay. I'm sure I'll get vectored around. No problem. Flip your AirRack data in SimBrief to match. Oh. Yeah, that's not the issue at this point. JC. I mean, I could just... You know, I'm just, yeah. You know what? In situations like this, I'm reminded of Hallahan's favorite motto: "We'll do it live." It'll be fine. It'll be fine. JetBlue 20. If there's ATC, we'll say we've got bad error. Can you please give us, you know, vectors or something like that? 2085. All right, cool. So now let's go to the performance page. This one. Oh, the sun came out. We're going to go departure. BDL, runway 33. It is dry as far as I can tell. 1 flex. No. Packs on. Great. Sync weather data. There we go. Moments before disaster, right? Calculate. I'll take... Truthfully, when we get up in the air, I'm going to take a look at my flight plan in depth and try to figure out what's going on. All right, 1 up 0.1. Flex temp 57. V speeds 121, 123, 127. 3, 7. That looks good. That was perf. We did a knit. Yeah, we're good on that. All right, cool. Very nice. This is on the wrong thing. Current altimeter. Back to this thing. I'll tell you one thing, Sephiroth. When you're learning to do the fly-by-wire, if you do it right in fly-by-wire, this is a lot faster, actually, in fly-by-wire, which is something I do miss about it, but not the end of the world, just something different. 30 even. Constraints. Boop. There's no ATC on, so we can go all the way up to 320. Oops, too much. And constraints. 30 even. Cool. Great. Wonderful. Give Noah the flight plan over there. We need 122.8. Nope. 28. There you go. 1228. Yeah. All right, let's get the APU going. Get out of here, man. APU. Beacon on. I don't think there's any of the airplanes here. There's Noah's plane. He keeps leaving over here. Those are all static aircraft, so. Yeah, this is the Payware Latin VFR Bradley. Buildings do look like that. All right. APU start. Cool. And now we just wait for the APU to start. Oh, in the meantime, let me get credit for this flight. D drive. I gotta get FSU IPC going. And smart cars. Get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Boom. I'm just getting credit for my virtual airline. Fly for V Blue, so I want to get some points for this one. A320, correct. Cool. Our APU is almost there. It's available. Disconnect the external power. Ground services. Don't need the ground power. Chocks can go away. Tug unavailable. What? What do you mean tug unavailable? What does that mean? Parking brake's on, right? You know. How am I supposed to get out of here? Does anyone know how to... Is this a shift P situation? I've never run into this problem before. Oh, better push back. Come back to B. Does anyone know why I can't get the pushback? Toggle jetway. Yeah, that's not happening. I think it thinks I'm connected to the jetway, which I'm not, obviously. We're going to go this on. Crank that bad boy. Pretend you're in the 80s and just reverse thrust that bad boy out of there. That's the next option. I think I can shift P out of here also. But I've never seen the option not here. I think it thinks I'm at the gate still or something. Hey, dude, do you know how to do this? Very strange. Tug unavailable. Tug connected. No, just kidding. Does that really work? It doesn't work. Darn it. I thought that was like a... It worked, but it doesn't work. All right, we're gonna shift P out of here. Here we go. Release the parking brake. Are we moving, or is it my imagination? I guess shift P. Fail. No. Do you have the pushback add-on, Guillaume? Unfortunately not. There's a known bug between that with this and the Fenix, so I had to get rid of it. Otherwise, yeah, I would have used that in a heartbeat. All right, well, I mean, I guess we'll do reverse thrust. I mean, I could probably, can I pull forward? Yeah, we can pull out of here. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys, on our own. Starting one. We're just going to pull forward. Put the parking brakes back on. Yeah, I got room. That's fine. Engine 1 turning. We got the N2. EGT's moving. N2s are rising. Looks good. So I think this is the scenery. I think by virtue of the fact I'm like in this weird not gate, it's just messed up. So don't read anything into the Fenix here. I think this is just a weird anomaly. Oh, we got a company message. So there's a company message here. If you go, let me turn on engine 2 in the meantime. So McDo menu, Atsu, AOC menu, received messages. We got the load sheets. All right, so we've got the fuel, all this, cool, accept. I don't really do this stuff. This is just something to do here. I mean, this stuff is like cool to do. This is something you don't get in the in the fly-by-wire, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong on that. All right, engine 1 is good. We're waiting for engine 2 to come on. Turn the sounds up a little bit. TCAS is on standby, so let's fix that. 1, 2, 3. All right, engines are good. Switch the crank back to normal. Release the parking brake. And let's give it a try. Rip whoever left that ground power unit over there. Oh yeah, plenty of room. Zephyrus, you're right. Look at that. Now, my friend, you might want to move out of the way or duck. We cleared him. Watch out for my jet caution jet blast. All right, cool. Well, that was easy. Flaps 1. Max auto brake. The taxi lights would be important. Stop it. Stop it. I hate when that happens. That's the Microsoft Flight Simulator thing. Lights on. You on. 1, 2. I'm also not in love with the zoom aspect over here, like the default camera. It's not great. Like, this is the default camera. This is way too Mr. Magoo. Like, I prefer it. You should be, like, this is where I expect it to be. And I've yet to figure out how to reset the default camera. If it's one of those fixes where you need to, like, edit, like, all your... Is that plane supposed to be there? Is he waiting to take off? I don't know if it's one of those situations you have to, like, edit some file, in which case I'm not doing that. 3.3 is right there, so we're gonna... We gotta get out of here. All right, we're ready to go. Bradley traffic, good afternoon. JetBlue, Airbus taxiing runway 33. Bradley. All right, there's no ATC on. That's got to be another, like, it's another airplane, like, on VATSIM. Definitely camera doesn't have instruments in view and almost exclusively IFR plane, right? Yeah, I don't know why they decided that. All right, is this dude going, or... I don't know who this is, but... Maybe someone I know, maybe I don't. But we're ready for takeoff. This is good to go here. Yeah, so this dude is definitely holding short of 3.3. Why? I'm on 1228, right? Yeah, 1228, correct. APU's still on. Turn that off. And we'll creep a little closer. Parking brake on. Okay. Well, since we don't have nameplates that I can't see who this is, I gotta look this up on Vatastic now. Sir, who is the person who is holding short on the runway?
Bradley traffic, Delta Alpha Lima 7856, runway 33, taking off.
There he goes. Bradley traffic, JetBlue 2083, holding short runway 33 for departing traffic. Bradley. Wow, that guy just gunned it down there. Look at that. Holy moly. What did he want? Did he like do toga off to the... That was strange. He like... he went like 1,000,000 miles an hour to get lined up on the runway, and then... I don't know. There he goes. Just give him a little nudge to wake him up, right? I think that's what it was. Do I fly IRL? I definitely do not fly IRL. Definitely not. Bradley traffic, JetBlue 2083 lining up runway 33, holding in position for departing traffic. Bradley. No, I'm just a regular Joe. My name isn't Joe. Turn on the lights here. Nope. Flight 10, take your seats for departure. Man, Microsoft Flight Simulator, the rudder always gets stuck. Can you take a little of the camera outside view when in toga? I can try it. I can do the wing view. It really it kind of messes you up a little bit. It's very easy to get off the center line in that situation. Cesar from Brazil, what's going on? Welcome. All right, so we'll give this guy about 30 more seconds, and we're gonna head on. I have no idea where that guy's going. Where is he going? Delta something or other, right? KBDL. I'm guessing it's this guy. He's going to Kennedy. That's fine. What's his flight plan? He's going direct to Madison. All right, so he's not going to be a factor. He's not doing the same departure as us. Hello, Cesar. Welcome. We're about to take off here. All right, guys, here we go. Move this up a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. There you go. There's your toga view. V1, rotate. Little off center there. It's fine. Positive rate. Gear up. Bradley traffic, JetBlue 23, clear runway 33, Bradley. All right, autopilot coming on. Climb. Hey, very welcome, Guillaume. Noise canceling headphones coming on. There we go. Florida, here we come. That's right, Noah. Although if you're like my kids, then you're anticipating the 4-hour drive back home afterwards. Beautiful. Let's clean up the flaps. Stow the spoilers. Virtual Pilot, what's up, man? Does the AIG model matching system include all the type of aircraft? Is it worth 35 gigabytes? Yes, it's worth the gigabyte space. It doesn't include every single one. If you saw the video that I produced, I think you did, about the AIG model matching. We gotta go direct here. Hold on a second. Direct Hartford. If you watch the video, there are sometimes models that don't match. Like if somebody like, more often than not, it's less the airplane virtual pilot. It's more the airline plus the livery, you know? Anyway, if it doesn't have the right match of plane type and livery, it will default back to the whatever you have the default to, which in most cases is that, you know, 320 looking plane. So it doesn't include everything. But in my experience, it covers, AIG covers 95% of the planes you will see on VATSIM. But I agree with Sephiroth. It's worth it for the immersion standpoint. It is just, it's a must get. I mean, I can't even imagine doing, if without it, what's your alternative? You're just looking at the same 4 airplanes, you know, 787, A320, and a TBM all the time, you know? So it's absolutely worthwhile. You're very welcome. It's a good question. We're here to answer questions, guys. So thank you for joining us here. Well, we're on our way to Miami. It's funny, the weather was absolutely terrible this morning. I did a flight offline from Orlando to Bradley, and it was just like the cloud deck was at like 1,700 feet. Now it's all cleared up, so who knows? Except for if you have to go hunting for a default skin, even at a moderately busy airport, right? It's just tough with I mean, I just can't even imagine. Even if the AIG models only worked for 50% of the planes, it would still be worth it because you just need to have that visualization. Otherwise, they're the default stuff in Microsoft Flight Simulator is so limited that you just can't tell the difference between any of the airplanes, let alone liveries. And since you don't have name tags, then I think that would be a big mistake. So yeah. All right, let's just make sure everything looks cool here. Everything's good. Yep, 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming. We're climbing like a rocket out here. Landing lights coming off. And off. Perfect. So this is the Connecticut River. There's a... So is that's where we just took off from, right? Yeah, that's Hartford. I know Brainerd Airport is nearby. So there's Bradley, which we just took off from. Downtown Hartford is right here. This is the capital of Connecticut. Hallahan loves this place. And there's a small little regional airport somewhere up here. It's Brainerd, which is the default. This is a small little, podunk little airport. Except for I tend to fly liveries for private aircraft, so I'm betting I'm usually one of those default skins you see. Probably the case, yes. Unless you're flying like GA, but if you're flying a 737 and like a private one, yeah, for sure. So, but that's all right. I mean, listen, that's like the minority of it. You just saw that Delta over there, and shout out to Connecticut too. There you go. Is that the name of the field over there, JCT? Well, we're on our way. I'm very pleased to find out the Airbus has sold private 320 Neos. Is that right, Severus? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. I think every plane has, like, at least at some extent the, someone's bought it for private reasons for one reason or another. By the way, we were talking about the fly-by-wire. The fact that you can walk through the cabin and set up camera views like you can in X-Plane is such a big difference. In fly-by-wire, you have to...
Traffic, JetBlue 276, about 10 miles out, landing runway 33, Bradley.
In fly-by-wire, you have to constantly go between the showcase camera and the regular camera. It's a real pain in the butt. This is so much easier. Oh, it's the highway between Norwich and Hartford. Got it. Okay. I'm more of a Shoreline, Connecticut kind of guy. The one I have is skin has 19 seats. Wow. So we should be making a right turn. Let's double check this is working. Yeah, we're going direct Hartford. Right? The autopilot's on, right? Yes, okay. Oh, there it is, Hartford. Oh, I see what we're doing. We're going... Okay, I thought the right turn was right after Hartford, but we're getting there. It's just taking our time. Basically 18,000 feet. Oh, we're already going south. That's why. Okay. So we're going to standard pressure. Standard pressure. Hey, AirDog, what's up, man? Welcome. Good to see you. Severus, turns out an order was placed for an A380 as well, but has yet to be filled. Oh, for like a private thing? Like I said, enough money, I think, can do that. Hopefully, it'll be ready when Fly-by-Wire's there. I'm here for a little moment. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. That's all that you can ever ask for, It's always great if everyone can hang out for the entire flight, but let me tell you something. I will gladly take a little stop by rather than nothing at all. So, appreciate it. Thank you, and appreciate you saying hello. So, we're heading down to Miami. There is an event on VATSIM tonight in Miami. There's, I don't know what it's called. VATSIM something or other. VATSIM USA calendar. I'm doing well, AirDog. I'm doing very, very well. Miami Live. There's a bunch of events today, actually. There's Cal Scream, Miami Live, and whatever this thing is. So Cal Scream... Oh, man, we could have had ATC in... I think it's too late. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. I would not be able to do that, so that's fine. But if you're interested in doing West Coast ops this afternoon, if you're on the U.S., you've got an event between Los Angeles Center and Oakland Center, and then Miami Live. This is the event that I would have liked to have timed tonight, but unfortunately, I will not be... But Noah, you can do your flight here. This will be starting at... What is that? 7 o'clock Eastern time, or 4 o'clock? No, not even close. 4 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do Zulu time. It's sometime reasonably this afternoon. And then there is a PRC. I don't know what this is. Okay, there's some event going on. Why is this in VAT USA? Because it's in China. So I don't know what this. Okay, whatever. Well, still a lot of events for a Saturday. Jeez. And then tomorrow, ooh, there's an event tomorrow, you say. New York Escape. Kennedy to San Juan or St. Martin. Everyone's going to go to St. Martin. That's an interesting event. So you got to depart Kennedy from 2 to 4 and then arrive between 3 and 7. Well, we don't have any plans yet to do anything, but I think we are going to. We might go like hang out with some friends and drink tomorrow. So I'm not sure. That's very interesting. It's a long flight, though. I mean, that's like Kennedy to San Juan is like, it's not quite 4 hours, but it's getting there. That's hard to stream. That's the truth about it. So we'll see. You know what I forgot to do? Forgot to spam this. Let me see here. 1 second. I've got to do some marketing. Just spam the link around. You know how it goes. Copy link. Cool. Open the Discord. So heading down to Miami. Hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully some people will sign on a little early over there. That'd be fun if that was the case. We shall see. Cool. That's done. We did that in here. Okay, and then I wanted to post it one more place. Now I have a, what's it called, stuck in my head? Brass Bonanza. Nice. So there's coastal Connecticut. I grew up right over here in this general area. And we're heading off to, there's Long Island. But I got to say, I'm really digging the Phoenix. I think they did a good job with it. If there's issues that I found with this plane, I would say, obviously, the incompatibility with the pushback toolbar, to me, is a problem. I hope they fix that. I'm not sure it's where the fault is, but like I said in my review video, the fact that it works with every other plane, like the PMDG or the fly-by-wire, seems to indicate there's an issue on the Phoenix side, but, you know, whatever. I'm sure they'll figure that out. It's a minor issue. What was the other issues I had with this that I found so far? Well, I haven't, the Navigraph thing I've got to figure out on my own. I'm not worried too much about that. I thought there was something else that really bugged me. I forgot what it was. Growing up in Connecticut, missed that place, right? Your approach is on. Cool. I know, or I'm still trying to convince. There's an outside chance we're going to go to Connecticut for the summer for a couple weeks. Have you left X-Plane completely? More or less. The only reason I'd fly an X-Plane, Joel, at this point, is because I really like the Embraer, the E190, and you can't get that plane. I mean, there's that really awful version that I did the review of here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if I'm jonesing for let me put it this way. There's a reason I'd be jonesing for the E190 because right before the Phoenix dropped, I did a flight or two back in X-Plane because I'd done the fly-by-wire so many times. I just wanted something different than an A320. It's 95 today here. I saw that actually, that it's crazy hot. It's only, what's weird, Noah, is it's like 95 by Hartford. But if you go down to the coast, like to New Haven, it's a more moderate temperature with that sea breeze. So, but yeah, it's really, really, it's probably as hot there as it is here in Florida, which is ridiculous for, you know, late May. But yeah, Joel, I would, there's still, the plane would bring me back. The SSG E190 would bring me back to X-Plane. The problem is just that, like, you know, the visuals just don't. Now, at 30,000 feet, boy, can you not tell a difference. Like, honestly, this is what with ortho, this is what X-Plane looks like, especially when there's no clouds here. You really can't tell a difference. I have that on my oven, AirDog says. They want to be us. It's so bad. It's sad. You know what we need here? More Florida weather. I don't think anybody ever said that. In winter, yeah. But this, honestly, I mean, because there's no clouds right now, this is actually what it looks like in, make sure the weather's, I'm sure it is. This is what it looks like in X-Plane with ortho. But, you know, this is not the more interesting part is, you know, below 18,000 feet, certainly. I'm just going to double check. I think we're on real-time weather. Hold on. Resume the flight. Where's weather? Yeah, live weather. Live and live. Okay. Like I said, it was just so cloudy this morning that it just seems strange that it's this uncloudy. Fahrenheit. Yes, AirDog. That's all right. The joke still works, AirDog. So there you have it. A nice look there at the Phoenix. Yeah, exactly, AirDog. No, I know what you meant. It's overly hot for what it is, no matter what. But I think I'm pretty happy with. All right, now the plane. Let's figure out the arrival here. So let's go to Navigraph. Hello. All right. So my flight, import from SimBrief. I've never actually used this before. Sync route. Sure. My flight. There it goes. No, that's not what I want. Radio left Bradley. The route. All right. I can't say I love this yet, but we'll see. Can I see the chart? How do you set up the custom views? Basically, within the camera system, it's kind of complicated, AirDog. The answer is there's custom camera views in there, and what I've done is I've mapped right control and my numpad so that I can go in and set them up and then hit control and that number, and then it says that's not a very good answer. There's a lot of videos on how to do it, but that's essentially how I've done it. Why specifically E195, Joel? It always endeared itself to me. It was more I just liked it. I mean, I thought it was different than the Airbus, and it's great for short flights, 2-hour flights or so or less, which is kind of like what I like doing. So this is pretty awful. Not awful, I shouldn't say that. But if we go here to I'm trying to find the chart. Go to the map for a second. Arrival. Yes. We're on the coastal. Yeah, so the coastal is definitely coming in on the. We're gonna be coming in like over here, which is the real problem. How do you move your camera forward? Yeah, so that one, you got to set up your camera views again. This is unfortunately a Microsoft Flight Simulator. So in my situation, I have it's in your camera settings, but I have caps lock and W and S to move me back and forward, and then I have caps lock and right to move me left and right. It's pretty janky. This is not like this is as good as it gets. It's a real pain in the butt, I'll be honest with you. So you've got to play around with it. But basically, you got to set up your camera views so you can move the camera around, and then set up your custom cameras. So my custom cameras are 1 brings me down here, 2 brings me over here to Noah's view, 3 is not set at all, 4 brings me over here to the pedestal, 5 is the upper panel, 8 is my left wing view, 9 is my right wing view. And for every single one, AirDog, I have first positioned the camera to be there, and then I hit right control in the number pad. But remember, there's an option to save the custom camera views that I had to set that up to begin with. Or just what do I do and use head tracking? Yeah, that could work too. Hey, whatever works for you. It's more about what you're comfortable doing. I am essentially trying to replicate the X-Plane camera system here, which is the way I did it. But that's just my take on it. Yeah, this is not going to work. Where's the... I got to take a look at something really quick, because I thought this would be a lot easier. So we're going Wetro. So they went... I'm following this real-world route. The problem is I don't have the Bonefish 1 arrival, so they're going DIW. They don't do any of that. So basically, it would be after... Jesus, none of this is in here. It'd be J174, and then I'd have to start, like... I'd have to delete, like, almost everything out of this flight plan, and then redo it based on this. Wow, this is way... This is like another 100 miles. Not 100 miles, like 50, 60 miles. Do you have the TCA Airbus pack? I do, AirDog. Yes, I have the throttle quadrant, and I have the side stick. Shut up. No New York Center on, right? Nope. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assume there's going to be no... I'm going to hope for no... I don't know, should I... I can't do that. I don't want to be that guy. All right, we're going to adjust this flight plan. And we're going to go down to J1's... Oh, God, I got to, like, delete, like, everything in here. I mean, we're already, like... No, it's not J174, right? It's a different one. It's, No, it's already... Oh, man. Wetro is there, and this is DIW, right? Why can't I go from DIW, and then where does this one go? The Coastal 2. I see. Man, this is an entire airway. Holy moly, no wonder you can't do this. Best I could do is go to, like, Norfolk. Yeah, because here they exit at Snow Hill. J174 to Norfolk. So I'd have to exit at Norfolk. Okay, that's how I would do it. So where's Norfolk? Norfolk. Not here. Oh, right. I don't have this one here. How do you exit the cockpit to get in the cabin? You've got to use the manual camera. So you turn yourself around. And then you're using those camera controls. So mine is caps lock, and I move myself around, and then I open the door, and then I start going like this. But I'm using my camera controls that I set up. So you do, move forward. That's not very helpful, I know. So basically what you're doing, it's this. Here, I'll show you really quick. Controls. These are things you have to map. It's not by default. But what you're going to do is camera... So, not slew mode, cockpit camera. So caps, that's not what I want. That's what I should probably take that off. Yeah. So I've got, where's caps lock and move? Yeah, so here it is. Caps lock right is cockpit camera slide right, cockpit camera slide left. To move front, which is to move forward, W. To move back, S. And then up and down to go up and down. And then I use my mouse to readjust, which orientation I want. So that's essentially, these are the options you want here. Take a screenshot or something. And then this is how you kind of make that work. Yep, there's the magic sauce right there. I mean, that's my way of doing it. There's a lot of other ways you can do it. This is not the end-all, be-all of doing it. It's just one way of doing it. All right, so for this flight plan, I really don't know what I could do other than just vector myself over to the right arrival later on. Maybe they can make a video about it. Yeah, it could. It's a little janky. I mean, I think everybody's... Virtual Pilot, you're not wrong about that. It's just a little janky in general, but I think everybody's approach is kind of janky. But it's better than, obviously, nothing. Are we at a cruise yet? We are indeed. All right, so my new plan that I'm thinking about it is we just stay on this arrival. No, I can't. Can we do that? I was going to just vector myself over, but I can't do that. Yeah, we've got to figure this out because we're getting up. There's air traffic control coming up in... Oh, nowhere. It's just Atlanta. Okay, that's not an issue here. All right. We've got two Basically, here's what I have. I have to fly... I have to refile my flight plan and do this arrival, this approach. There's no two ways about it, which sucks because this one is faster. Actually, what if I just program this in? Where does this end? Hogue. How many air waypoints? I could program it in manually, which stinks, but I got nothing else to do right now. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I've done worse. That's fine. I'll just do this. So here's what we're going to do. The arrival, runway 18 right. What's the other runway that they're using? Miami is running runway 9. Sure, whatever. Runway 9, no star. I'm going to assume that the bonefish is not here, correct? So I'm going to put no star in. Insert. Okay, so now we go down to Hogue. Great. So what I'm going to do, this is not something you probably should do. You should update your air rack. But I'm going to, believe it or not, this seems to be the easiest way for me to fix this. Jore. I know there's going to be like a missing waypoint that's not in this thing, which is why it's going to be a problem, but we'll figure it out. Insert. Mogae, M-O-G-A-E. I have to put in the altitudes after this. But again, we've got 2 hours to kill, so no big deal. If this were a 30-minute flight, it'd be a problem, but Wallop, an appropriate name for me. Forgot to ask, did you find JetBlue Ping yet? It did not. No, it's still not there yet, Hawks. They even made like Air Serbia. Wallop is not there. All right, so we'll just skip Wallop. It's fine. Appropriately enough, I will skip Wallop. Chicken. There is not one yet. They added a bunch. There's probably about a dozen or so on FlightSim.2, but not that one. Which is really, I'm really upset, Hawks. I thought for sure it'd be out like first thing. I think what it is people are like, well, technically JetBlue doesn't fly the CEO, so Gelde, G-E-L-D-E. Wusa. Cast. Double T. Oops. I just don't care. I'm like, who cares, dude? I'm just... Oh, that one doesn't exist. All right, cool. Bonefish, I'm sure doesn't exist. B-N-F-S-H. B-N-F-S-H. Ugh. That'll be a problem. Right? All right, so in a situation like this, I need the turn at Bonefish. This is like going back to before I flew in VATSIM. You can turn on the other... There we go. One of these other ones is probably here. Like, what's behind this one? Oh, I can't see which one this one is. Locker, L-O-K-K-R. There we go. Perfect. And then Fendi. I guess I should tell her, but don't ever do this. Like, this is like a terrible idea. I'm just... Yeah, don't do this at home. This is a bad idea. Gucci. There's a lot of reasons why this is a bad idea, but you know what? Sometimes you got to take matters in your own hand. Balmy. That one doesn't work either. Do we need Balmy? Not really. What is that? R-M-A-N-I, I think. And then Madonna. Is Madonna really synonymous with Miami? Probably not the singer. Probably like the, Venus Madonna. Tupac. Isn't Tupac from the West Coast? Pretty sure. Tupac doesn't exist. All right, cool. What else was near Tupac? That's a fun one. It's too bad we can't use that one. Well, at this point we'll probably be on ATC, but Piana, Piana, Piana. I had to do this a few days ago. My CJ4 updated a day early, and suddenly my assigned star didn't exist anymore. Yeah, what I should have done, Sephiroth, the smart play is to suck it up and do the other arrival. I would have been redoing my entire flight plan anyway. But at least it would, I think, be a better idea. All right, now that I've done all that, I've got pretty much a facsimile of it in here. Now I have to look at the charts and get the, let's see here. Get the altitudes in, because obviously in a star there's certain altitudes we have to hit, so I've got to make sure that I have them in here. And I'm sure, I bet you anything, the fixes that we're missing are the ones that are going to have the altitude restrictions on them. This is going to be the star, and this is the Bonefish 1 arrival. Okay, coming in at Hogue, nothing. Jore, good. Mogi, good. Geldy, I think Geldy we do have. Geldy, hello? Where'd you go? There you are. Geldy is 17,000 or above. 280 knots. Insert. Cast. I think that's here. No, Cast was Locker, right? Cast. No, we just skipped Cast. Cast is at 12,000 or above 250 knots. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, we'll just do it at Wusa. We'll just do it early. That's fine. Wusa, 12,000 above. 250. Then Bonefish, which is really Locker. Is 11,000. 11,000 or above. Yes, 11. Oops. 11,000 or above. It does help my... The fact a lot of these are above or below is actually better for me, because that will be... well, I missed some earlier. I just noticed... Wallop and Chicken. Wallop, I think we're missing. Chicken is definitely there. Chicken is 2,000 or above. All right, cool. Fendi is 11,000 or above. Did we do that one already? No, did not. It's funny that Fendi and Bonefish are exactly the same one. It's 11,000 or above for both. Cool. And Romani. Where are you? Romani at 8,000 or above. Madonna at 6,000 or above. It's more annoying. I have to keep scrolling through this. And then not Tupac, whatever one that is, at 5,000. Someone make a mental note. We got to be at 5,000 before we really get to the fake Tupac one, which is Piana at 5,000 even. That's the only actual altitude constraint. Like, you got to be at that one. And then landing, oh, for this one, you've got to be landing 8 left or 8 right. So we're going to switch this back to 8 right. Is everything still in here? Please still be in here. Yes. There we go. We did it. Everything's fine. The relief I felt when it worked, I'm new to this stuff, right? It's just too steep a path. I disagree on that. But okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. This is just, learning. This is actually a good exercise in just understanding how how the arrivals work and whatnot. Obviously, if they change our arrival, like I don't think I've ever, I should say that. It's very rare to have your star changed, like where they're like, okay, instead of this arrival, you're going to do this arrival. That's very rare. It's happened once in a blue moon. Runway's changing, yeah, but it sounds like if we're on the Bonefish 1, which we're going to be, then we should probably be, lights are still on? Oops. That light is still on. It seems to me that, we'll be fine. McDo menu, we got a company message in here. Atsu. AOC menu, receive messages. JetBlue Ops. Send ADC for 3 minutes. See ADC delay card on company tablet and allocate as per OMB 2. What? All right, well, since I got nothing else to do, let's just check this out. I've never done this before. It's got to be on here, right? No. Is it this? Pilot brief? Did I break it again? I did not break it. I did not update my air rack ice. What I just did as an air traffic controller, you would not approve of. But where am I supposed to find this thing? See ADC delay card on company tablet, which is that thing. ADC delay card. I have no idea what that means. How you doing, Ice? Hope all is well. On our way to Miami, and I'm just trying to figure out. This is like one of these things I never really care about. Go to the home screen. It's on the bottom right. All right. How do you go to the home screen? Go here. Oh. Delay allocation card. Thank you. Go to the card and what? CADC card on tablet and allocate as per OMB 2.43.3. I did file a flight. Did I not file a flight plan on? I have a. That's not the thing I've. Oh, I haven't. What? That's bad on me, dude. Hold on. I swear I did. Like that's not what I'm talking about. We're filing this flight plan. All right, that was strange. 20. Oh, you know what it is? I'm 2085, not 2083. That's why. So in my defense, I follow the flight plan. ICE, I just used the wrong call sign. So we're all good. There is no JetBlue 2083. We're JetBlue 2085. Yeah, 2085. Everything's right except for what I typed into vPilot. Smooth. All right, so here's the thing. Oh, what did this thing say? McDo menu, Atsu, AOC menu, received messages. See, ADC, send ADC for 3 minutes. ADC. I'm not here to judge. Well, I didn't really mean to, mess this up. ADC, huh? I don't know what that means. Oh, ADC delay? This thing? Oh, hell no. No. So you pick one of those 3-letter codes and then put it in for 3 minutes. Oh, I see. Tug broken. GBT is correct. GBT. That is actually correct. So this would be what? 0300? There you go. What does that do? This is like LARPing. This is a little too much LARPing for me. I mean, VATSIM is LARPing, but that's at least reasonable LARPing. It'd be 003. Ooh, oops. Well, 3 hours, 3 minutes. It's like the same thing. Doesn't really matter. Yep. Cool. Well, I learned something today. Wait, why is company message still there? McDo menu. Atsu. AOC. Received messages. Ah, new message coming in here. ADC must equal 3 minutes. Please resend. JCT, it did matter. God, what a pain in the ass. All right, back. AOC menu. ADC delay. What was it? GBT? GBT. Man, I got to tell you, the company is really grinding my gears today. So you think it's 0003. Send. How's that? How do you like them apples? Well, if you ignore them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, every flight up until this flight, I've just ignored the company messages. So, company message. Of course, as soon as I click off the screen, it goes away. Like, this is just, you don't have to do any of this stuff. I'm just kind of doing this for fun. So you just see what it says. All right, new message here. ADC receive. Thank you. That's not necessary. But I'm guessing this doesn't work, though. It's too bad. All right, well, we've got 800 miles to go, so about 2 hours heading down the coast. And we are down here. JetBlue 401 is ahead of me. He's going to Fort Lauderdale. Wow, it is busy. It's always busy in Atlanta. You've got 10 departures in Charlotte, 12 arrivals. And Atlanta, 25 departures, 13. Wow. It's just interesting how Atlanta is always like the busiest airport. Everyone's going to Buffalo today. Wow. I'm going to guess someone will say, whoa, look at this. Holy moly, what's going on in Toronto? First of all, there's 14 departures, 17 arrivals, and there is a giant storm sitting right on top of the airport. Where is Nomad Aviator when you need him? JetBlue Ops is being snippy today. You're not wrong on that, dude. You are not wrong on that. All right, well, we're here. I'm just curious. Thank you all for joining me here. I do appreciate it. Doing our live stream this afternoon. We are not listed in the. Oh, that guy's got a cool thumbnail. This dude, I like. It's always hard to get a thumbnail for the flights on here. But this guy, I really like his trying to get you guys the like that's a good thumbnail. You know? I've never seen that one before. That's cool. I might steal it. I'm not gonna lie. Not for this flight, obviously, but I mean, he only has 7 people watching him, so it's not like we're doing wonders. I just think it looks good because most people have pretty bad thumbnails, if you ask me. Mine, of course, notwithstanding. Mine are, obviously great. So, but yeah, the livery situation. Let's see here, flight. There are a number that have been added to the website already. In fact, these 2 are brand new. Air New Zealand, Azul, Aerobus, Israir, Wizz Air, Sun Air, South African, another Israir, Pegasus, Sun. I mean, there's a lot of them. Bhutan, Air Serbia, but no JetBlue yet. There's even a decent looking. There it is, the Spirit one. Now, some of these, whoever came out with like the first, these have been updated actually. Yeah, somebody put out one. This dude, whoever David Cherry is, he's a smart dude. He put out this absolutely ugly one, and then he's updated it since, and now it looks much better. Anyway, there are a number that are on here. Unfortunately, none of them, and someone put out their own little paint kit here. Unfortunately, there's no JetBlue, and I'm pretty upset about it. JC, I gave my vote for a JetBlue in the request section. Where is the request section? Is that on FlightSim.2? I'm not aware of that. Sephiroth says, Nomad has given Toronto quite a nice little bump in traffic recently. You're not wrong on that, dude. Absolutely. Community. Oh, I see here. Requests, liveries. I'll do it. So, pending. Is there a JetBlue one in here? I didn't know this was a thing. I'm sure there is. There's got to be a way to search for it, right? Search. JetBlue. There you go. Yeah, I don't care. Well, fly-by-wire we don't need. All right, so this request has been completed. Oh, it's fly-by-wire. Never mind. A320. I said these are the two. This one's ugly. We need this one. This is the one we want. I want this too. Yes. Who will create this? Nobody. It says pending? It does? What does pending mean? I guess somebody accepted it? All right. Listen, I'm a Dash 8 JetBlue that's a bridge too far, all right? Like, I can even see the A330, which is also not necessary, but come on, dude. A Dash 8? Bruh. Come on. Like, I love JetBlue more, as much as anybody. That's just, you can't do that, my dude. Oh, no. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants to see the Red Sox livery. Thank you. These are ugly. 747? Come on. No. Terrible idea. I didn't know about the request thing, though. That's funny that that's the thing here. All right, well. We've only got 2 more hours to go to figure this out. The joys of flight sim. Sometimes you do these streams and there's a ton of people in here and it's super easy. And other days it is like watching paint dry, and it's just the nature of the beast. I think honestly part of it is that it's Saturday and it's Saturday afternoon and most people got lives. That JetBlue livery is number 2 on the Phoenix Most Wanted list. I believe that. I mean, I'm legitly surprised, JCC, that we don't have one yet. Considering how many other liveries there are, I would have thought that'd be like not number 1, but you know what I mean? It would have been like among the first. Now, granted, it's been like, 2 days? But I remember when, if I'm not mistaken, when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, or Fly-by-Wire came out, I forget which one it was, there was like a JetBlue livery almost immediately. Now, granted, the guy who did that livery was in our V-Blue VA, and so I'm imagining that played a factor into that because there was a little more motivation there. And, of course, you say, well, why don't you do it yourself, to quote C. Patel. Unfortunately, I have no graphic art skills whatsoever to speak of. Like, I can put together a decent thumbnail, but that's about it. So... Oh, the other thing I was going to say, comparing the Phoenix to the fly-by-wire, there's no doubt I still prefer the fly-by-wire EFB. I think its layout. I'm not talking functionality. I'm talking purely layout, like just the flow. I think it actually makes more sense in the fly-by-wire. I like the left menu over here. That's always there. I like being able to quickly go in and out of them. It just, I don't know. It seems to jive with my mentality more than anything. How do I get out of this screen? There we go. So for me personally, you know, it's a better idea, but you know, to each their own. I think that's just, as others have pointed out, it's more personal preference than anything else. I just got used to it, but I think there's nothing wrong with this one. I just think that the other one flows better, if you will. Let's see if there's any news out today. I doubt it's Saturday. There's not usually a lot of updates on the weekends from FS Elite. The EFB tutorial. Look at that. Some other people getting in on that. Sweet, sweet action right there on YouTube. Actually, I'm assuming this is on YouTube, right? If they're smart, they put it on YouTube. Yeah. No, they didn't. Well, maybe it's on their channel, but this video is definitely on their own. Yeah. Good for them. Actually, this is YouTube. Never mind. I take this back. This is YouTube. So there you go. Well, I'm just glad I got my startup one up there. I got to do, I guess we'll have to do a video. I don't know if I want to do a whole video on the EFB. I don't think it's quite that interesting. I would probably say the next video, so we put out a video today about going from cold and dark to taxi. I'm going to guess we'll do an arrival one next, because takeoff is pretty simple. If you've done everything I showed you in video number 1, taxi and takeoff, I mean, I'm sure you can figure that one out. But I'm thinking arrivals would be the next thing, right? Like when you get to like top of descent, programming the arrival in, which technically we already did earlier, but you know, doing that, changing the runways, things like that. You know, and then basically getting on an ILS approach, I think would be the next logical video to do. I don't know if anyone has any requests in the chat. Feel free to type that in. I think in most cases, I think that's probably the next most complicated thing, especially if you've never done an ILS. There was a comment that was interesting from somebody who in my review video said that he was annoyed that there wasn't a manual, and if you're brand new to the airplane, you know, good luck. You got to Google around to find the answer. And I mean, it's a fair point, but you're not going to find a manual from any airplane. And even if you did for an airliner, I mean, it's unrealistic because there's so many different flows that you can go through depending on the situation that I don't think that's a realistic request. I mean, it's fair that it's right that if you're brand new and you download the aircraft, you'll have no idea what to do. You know what I mean? I mean, the only reason I learned how to do the Airbus, and I'm sure there's people who would mock the fact that I'm saying I know how to do it, but you know, I learned everything I know about the Airbus by watching other people do it, primarily on Twitch and sometimes on YouTube or what have you, right? But it's just I kind of learned from other people, like observing, if you will. That's not the right way to do it. I mean, traditionally you'd be instructed, but you know, I'm not going to flight school for an Airbus so I can play a video game. So in lieu of that, I just kind of learned there. But yeah, I mean, if you're brand new to any airliner, there is a giant learning curve to it. I remember when I was learning, I didn't know how to do an ILS landing. I called it an auto land. And I probably spent an entire afternoon taking off from LaGuardia and landing in Westchester because the 2 airports are right across from each other in Long Island Sound. So you can take off from one and then go immediately into the ILS for the other one, basically, and you keep doing that repetitively. And I probably did that 4 or 5 times before I finally was able to do it consistently, not by accident. And then I was like, okay, now I understand. You have to put in the ILS frequency. You got to put in the course. Then you have to get to the approach fix that begins the ILS approach that's on the chart. And then at the right altitude, and then you hit approach, and then it'll work. Stuff versus the manual that comes with the working CJ4 title is amazing. Ooh, interesting. I didn't realize that's a credit to them. It's a much simpler plane. That being said, there are a million videos for the A320. Yeah. I mean, it's just, the guy had a point that there isn't a manual. Like you're paying $50, you know, I'm going to say $50, $60, right? You buy the airplane and it's completely up to you to figure out how to work it, which I understand. Stuff versus the beginner's guide to the fly-by-wire was pretty useful. Is that that's like the document on their website, right? It's not like a video or something. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the truth of flight sim, no matter what plane, is you're pretty much going to have to figure it out on your own. Manuals, even if they do exist, is going to be, it's their own text guide. Yeah. I mean, it's going to get you part of the way. It might give you some clues like, oh, I didn't realize you have to hit the approach button to arm it, right? But it's not going to, you can't read the book, hop in the airplane, and then be able to fly it flawlessly. It's trial and error, and I just feel like inevitably you've just got to get in there and keep trying until you figure it out and come up with a method that works for you. Finding the info yourself is part of the journey. Yeah. I mean, for better or worse, yes, 100%. So the guy was right. I said, and I think I wrote to the comments, like, you're right, there is no manual. That's a fair point, but that's the nature of this. You're never going to be able to find an aircraft, certainly not as high fidelity as this, that's going to, you know, be able to encompass everything that's there. It's just not realistic to do. So it requires practice and it requires a lot of repetition. My advice is you load up in the plane. You've got on another device, whether it's your iPad or another monitor, some YouTube videos where you have somebody doing something you're looking to do to replicate and try to follow that. The first time on FSX, the first flight, so the example I gave you before with ILS, that was in X-Plane already. Prior to that, in FSX, where I was flying with the ATC through FSX, right? Remember that one? Like, I remember I watched the YouTube video and replicated this dude's flight just so I could get, that was like basic flight planning, you know, fly from this fix to this fix, to this fix to this fix kind of a thing, you know? But you got to have baby steps. You got to each figure it out. And like you said, Sephiroth, it's part of that journey, and I think that's part of what makes it fun, is just that challenge. For me, Flight Sim is about the challenge of, can you replicate, can you do what they do in real life? Now, what I'm doing even today is not the same thing as what they do in real life. It's very much a watered down version. I'm not doing half the things that they probably should do, but I add on to that. I build on to that. Every time I do a flight, maybe I'll see another YouTube video, or I'll be in a Twitch stream and I'll see another person who's doing something, and they have a little je ne sais quoi, a little something or other that they add on to it. You know, like, oh, in the real world, we're supposed to do this and this. All right, cool. I'll add that to my own flow. But me and Snare spent about 45 minutes trying to figure out a number on a chart one time. It was a pain to Google a million things, but I guarantee neither of us will forget what that number means now, right? Experience is the best teacher, right? Or something like that. I don't know what that metaphor goes, but it's absolutely the case. You've got to figure it out for yourself. I should probably double check there's no ATC on here. Nope. Cleveland Center's on. Atlanta Center's been on. We're not going through any of their airspaces. That will not be a problem. I really feel like that's just part of the adventure, and you've got to. To me, it's actually fun because you want to challenge yourself to figure it out. Now, I'll be honest with you. If I were to now sit here and say, okay, let's go to X-Plane, let's get the Concorde, boy, but I would do the same thing. I would have to find a video, which exists, I'm sure, of somebody doing the, Kalamata and replicate what they're doing. You've got to, I remember when I first flew the Zebo in X-Plane, I still have it. I created a Google document, and I started writing down like a step-by-step, because it was so the Airbus is pretty easy in my opinion, but the Boeing's, the startup procedure is so nuanced, and you really need to have a step-by-step, and if you skip a step, it really can create a problem. So I created a list for myself, and eventually I memorized the list. I don't need to actually look at it, but I think that's probably my best advice also if you're trying to get into any particular aircraft, is literally, whether you type it up or just write it down, watch another video, write down the steps so you understand it. Okay, cold and dark. Well, first, step 1, turn the external power on. Step 2, external batteries on. Step 3, all the pumps, left to right. Step 4, turn the ADIRs on. Nav 1, Nav 3, Nav 2. And they should both be set to the middle one, right? Et cetera, et cetera. And then eventually you'll start memorizing it. Hawks, for me, I love the challenge of learning a new plane. Never looked at manuals unless I was really stumped, but that was the fun of it for me. Yeah, that was so it was funny, Hawks. I agree with you on that. When Microsoft Flight Simulator first came out, and I was trying to do I was trying to do flights in the Caravan, and unfortunately that plane was fundamentally flawed with some of the systems not working. So things that I thought well, this should work because this is definitely in your head, okay, you have to get ground power, you have to get the AP, you have to get the engine power on, right? Anyway, when you run into a problem because the plane is flawed, yeah, then you get frustrated because you have to figure out, okay, what's the workaround for this? But if it's a, I would imagine if someone is coming into the Fenix or even the fly-by-wire to Sephiroth's point, there's a ton of, you could watch Flight Factor A320s or FS Labs documentation, and I bet you that will get you most of the way here in the Fenix. Different sim, but theoretically it's the same startup. There's just some nuances in Fenix, like where you could have to go back into the EFB, which would be different than obviously the Flight Factor or something like that. But it gets you most of the way there, and then to Hawks' point, you're kind of putting it all together in your own mind. So it's it's part of the fun, I think. Anyway, I was trying to think one of the other videos that. Let me see what the other comments were on that video, because I think most people that commented, there weren't too many like PMDG fanboys or anybody that was like truly anti Phoenix there. Yeah, somebody mentioned the somebody says they couldn't use photogrammetry without tanking their frames on. He says not on all aircrafts, not Phoenix, which I haven't had even tried yet. He said it was a small fraction of people. I mean, that's obviously kind of an edge case scenario, but luckily it's not a problem for me. So I guess I'll just leave it there. I thought there was more. Well, obviously anybody on Xbox is not going to be a huge fan of it. Yeah, this guy. This is the manual guy. It surprises me that no reviewer ever mentions the lack of a proper manual. Without fly-by-wire and their documentation, a lot of simmers would struggle with the Phoenix. There's YouTube, but I found myself Googling ECAM messages and procedures that should have been in a product manual. Again, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's right either. I think it's just part of flight simming. I mean, there's many times I've Googled ECAM messages to figure out what the heck they mean. I remember the first time I had the, when you take off and you get the A floor message, like, I just had to Google it until you figure out, or just turn off your auto throttle, fix it, and then turn it back on, and you're good to go, right? Alexander, I thought, had the most interesting. He said, not everything in the Phoenix is ground up deep systems. For example, the fuel system, which is limited by MFS modeling, they'd have to build from scratch a system which could take a while. Custom engine model coming up with improvements down the lines. My major criticisms: apparent Honeycomb Bravo compatibility. Boy, I couldn't care less about that. The Honeycomb Bravo is still the worst money I ever spent on flight sim, so I have no sympathy for that thing. And passenger side audio is weak compared to the flight deck. Boy, do I not care about that either. That's basically what he's saying, is that in the cabin, the audio is not as loud as in the flight deck, which, boy, could I not care about that. But the, the systems, I mean, I think that's just more semantics, because they're deep. There's a lot of custom made stuff. It's not, I mean, they're as deep as they can be. Let's put it that way with Phoenix, as opposed to, obviously other airplanes that have just repainted, if you will, what the defaults come with, but we shall see. Hawk says this community has been pumping out quality content for third-party mods practically since YouTube was launched. You also have the captains and current Airbus flight crews teaching people on the flows. Right, exactly. And I'm pretty sure, Hawks, that I've learned a lot of my flows from said people before, right? Whether they're on other people. Like, I remember over on Twitch, John Fly has Off-Sked Descent, who's a real-world 737 pilot. I think he's retired. But anyway, really, really interesting stuff. So, yeah, there's so much data on this. It's more of a problem, Hawks, if, like, you're trying to learn a new plane that really doesn't, like, they tend to be more GA planes, so it's more, I think that's more just a fundamental thing. But, like, when they come out, someone comes out with, like, an ultralight or some rare type of aircraft that most people don't know about, then you run into more of a problem where you need the manual, because there's not, like, a ton of videos. But for an Airbus, for a 737, or any Boeing for that matter, there's plenty of manuals that are going to get you most of the way. And if you understand the basics, like, where you should be, you'll figure it out. There are some documents in the EFB. Oh, it's in the, yeah, I think you're right on that. I thought it was disabled, though, because it's something I did. Oh, documents. Nope, that was the other stuff there. Yeah, so you've got the checklist and then the Fenix user guide. Oh, so there's the user guide. Oh, okay. And I bet you they'll update this, but yeah. I mean, this is really basic stuff. I don't know how helpful this is, but it's something, right? Except for if you start chatting on Twitch, you're going to run into a real 320 pilot within about 20 minutes, right? They're all over the place, silently judging us, and most of them are happy to answer questions. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Definitely on the judging part. And listen, I am very comfortable in my approach to it. I understand that I am not necessarily doing it the right way or the proper way. But I'm also not looking to spend like 45 minutes on the ground doing a real-time load. And, you know, there are people like I've seen some pilots, Sephiroth, who when they're on the ground will literally take the free cam, like the drone thing, and walk around the plane to inspect it, which I understand they do that in the real world, but this is a video game. It is a fact. Like you don't have to worry about that. Hey, Arch, what's up, man? I hear this is where I can find a legend. No. That you're looking for on Twitch, Arch NDA on Twitch. That's where you'll find him. Most mornings, around 10 a.m. Eastern time. He'll be on there. How you doing, man? We're on our way to Miami. We're about a third of the way, I'm guessing. About 600 miles to go. Down to Miami. Lies? Oh, well, okay. Ben will be there too. Okay, it's not just this one guy, but obviously Arch NDA is the real legend. Good. He just got home. Had to buy a new headset. Oh, did he break the other one, or is it just it reached this time? My wife yelled at me about the one before I used this one. It was fine, like it worked, but the ear cushioning thing was starting to welt, like the black cushion stuff. I don't know what that word is for it. Was starting to come apart, and so every so often you find little pieces of black, not rubber, but whatever it is, that material like laying around and be on my shirt. And my wife was like, "What? Just buy a new one." It's like, but it still works. Anyway, I bought a new one. But you went to a store, Arch? Imagine not going to Amazon. Huh. I mean, in a pinch, I'll go to Best Buy, but like 98% of the time, oh, I need a new headset? Let me go to Amazon, buy it. Okay, it'll be here tomorrow. The Orlando life is not bad. Everything's great about here, but one thing is we have a lot of like next day Amazon deliveries here. Oh, you get the boy. I missed that word over there. He was using my old headset that I got like 3 years ago, but he loved it because it was RGB. The padding was off of it. It was just crazy. See, I don't use a headset. I use audio monitors. Oh, excuse me. Well, you know, the good news, Arch, though, is it makes, when you're on camera, it makes you look less of a nerd, right? And, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I mock, but probably the way to go. Well, I'm sure I was gonna say, at least with the over-the-ear headphones, that helps muffle the sound from the kids yelling at each other. But if you have decent audio monitors, you should be able to not hear them as well. But different scenario. That and you hear yourself in real time. Yeah, so I can hear myself in real time, but I have a Go XLR, so that's why I'm able to do that. But I have regular over-the-ear headphones. That's a huge one, yeah, I know, for sure. Oh, same. You got so you know exactly what it is. Yep. Yep. All right, let's see. Any ATC yet? There's an event later tonight, but I guess I'm not holding my breath for. It's Miami Center. We love them, but they show up exactly on time. All right, so we're coming up here. We're almost through DC airspace, and then Jacksonville airspace. Yeah, right. I'm showing up. So we're getting there. Go XLR with the SMB7, and then $20 ear monitors. Nice. You'll meet me in Miami, race you there. Nice. Come on by, man. Take off from Jacksonville. You're trying to sound as professional as Hawks? Well, step number one, you need to have you do have the green screen, but see, the thing is, Arch, your green screen, you just have a transparency. Hawks, if he's controlling, his transparency turns into the tower view, and if he's flying, it turns into the pilot view. Climbing out of Charlotte. Nice, dude. Perfect. We're landing ice. We're landing on 8 right, because I'm taking the Bonefish 1 arrival in. You already sound more professional than I. Hawks is, but then see, then the thing is, oh, we got the smooth jazz. Hold on a second. So if you, the next step to sounding like Hawks is, now you have the green screen going. The next thing is you've got to get the smooth grooves going, because Hawks does not sit there and listen to himself. All right, now that you've got the smooth grooves going, is that baby making music? No, this is flying music, man. Smooth Grooves, the official soundtrack of Minneapolis Center. And then you've got to start, and then you got like 1,000 friends you start talking to. Flying, baby making is like the same thing, right? Well, I mean, they do call it the Mile High Club for a reason, right? Not wrong on that. We love Hawks. He does a great job. Man, I gotta fly to Minneapolis one of these days, Hawks. Is there they release yet decent Minneapolis scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Because there was that one for X-Plane that was really good. Can you imagine working out of the Can you imagine working for the Mile High Club airline out of Las Vegas, right? I gotta tell you this thing. Let me just put it this way. I've been in many an airplane bathroom. I cannot imagine it being an enjoyable experience. You got your willy smacked by Twitch for using Spotify on stream? Oh no. Well, now you got me paranoid. I haven't had, all right, no smooth grooves today. I was playing some other, yeah, I'm not sure how that works on YouTube. I don't want to get, I think they just, well, my videos aren't monetized on here on YouTube. I think they just monetize the videos on my behalf, but we'll kill the music just in case. Unfortunately, I can't even I have to get to 1,000 subscribers in order to be able to monetize my channel. So that's partially why, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I think everybody in here already has, but if you're watching the replay later on or something like that, it would makes a big difference. So trying to get there. You just have to split your audio if you use the voice meter or Go XLR. That way you can keep it off the VOD track. Yeah, I've heard about that, Arch. I know a couple of people do that. Seems like a lot of work. But how would you, I still don't understand, Arch, how that works, where the audio, like you, the audience, has to be able to hear it. So how does that work? How can the audience hear one thing, the viewers, but not the VOD? Isn't it one and the same? I don't know, but I know people have done that little trick. And must be nice. You hear my music, right? Now go look at my VODs. Okay. My question is, like, how does that fun? I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm actually asking, how does it work? Like, how do you send audio to your stream that only the viewers hear, but not in the VOD? Twitch says to avoid track 1, so I throw it on track 5 or 6. There's more than one track? Okay, this is news to me. You can set up a second audio track in Twitch. Oh, I don't think that's an option here. Does YouTube have that? YouTube Live audio track? Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah. Add an audio track to your video. Okay, well, maybe this does work. It's an OBS, yeah. Okay, so I don't think I can do this on the fly without restarting the stream, right? That is helpful, though. Yeah, no, I will, Arch. Thank you. I'm sure it's not difficult. I just didn't know that was an option. Yeah, you have to be down. All right, never mind. We can't do it on the fly here, but that makes sense. Yeah, I've got to do. I'll have to do that, and then I'll have to. I also got to update my AirRack. Something else I keep meaning to do. Well, it looks like we're gonna start beginning our. We're basically gonna go off the coast here and make a beeline down to South Florida, which means we're gonna start missing out on the land stuff to look at. But we're on our way. Thank you all for joining us here. We're doing a flight to Miami in the Fenix A320, brand new aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Really good. I'm pretty impressed with it. They've done a nice job with it. It's doing the trick, man. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's I think they've really hit a home run with it, which is great. So what is the next big airplane coming for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Because the PMDG's out. I mean, obviously the PMDG 800, right? The 737-800 is next. And I thought there was one more that I can't think of. The 380. Is that fly-by-wire Zephyrus, or is that something different? Arches, you have two audio track 2, and then you don't put it on the VOD's audio track, so I sound like a boring tower dealing with 737 going VFR from LAX to Van Nuys with it. Oh, the fly-by-wire. Well, if we're talking about Zephyrus, if we're talking about fly-by-wire projects with no date yet, the A220 is what I'm holding out for. I forget the 380. I want the A220. I would literally pay money for that. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is on that thing. Make sure there's no ATC. Something else that Microsoft Flight Simulator is super annoying is if you get a contact me, it doesn't pop up like it does in X-Plane. It's very annoying. And yes, I do have the setting on to audit. Well, not that. There was a different one. Notifications, right? Yeah. Flash taskbar. Yeah, none of this works. I mean, it works if you get out of the game and then it'll do that, but you can't see it in the game, which is super annoying. So, let's see. ICE is behind us, right? Or is it in front of us? No, behind. It came out of Charlotte. I assume that's ICE over there. Yeah, MD-11 for sure. It's ICE. All right, and we're back here. You're actually going to beat us here, ICE. You got out there quickly. And you talked to ATC, which is even more impressive. I mean, I'm going to gain some time because I'm going more direct this way, which should save me a little bit of time, but I think you're still going to beat me down there. Where's the JetBlue? Spirit, was this? Oh, this is page 2. Page 1. You got, since the broadcast began, they've added 2 more liveries in here. Avianca and whatever the hell, Gold Virtual Airlines. Good we got that one in there. I should drag my feet on the ground a bit. I can have this airplane set up and ready in 9.7 minutes. That's like the fly-by-wire. After Hawks showed me the way to like really get that plane going, man, that thing, you can really get that going in about 2 seconds. I mean, this one's not a slouch, but there's more automation in the fly-by-wire. Vaughn in the house. What's up, man? That's the time it takes the IRS to align. Don't you have, does the MD-11 allow you instant align? Because I do that on every plane I can. No airline today? No, Vaughn. We're protesting no JetBlue livery. So we're flying JetBlue and I'm going to fly Delta livery. I could have done the house brand one, I suppose, but I decided to do this one instead. Oh, you can't do that. Nice. I think for your next video, you should slam Phoenix for lack of decent liveries. Phoenix hasn't made the livery that I want, which is not realistic, but I expect them to read my mind and do the things that I want them to do. And if they don't do those things, well, then gosh darn it, they have failed us. Right? I could be like the J. Jonah Jameson, and Phoenix will be to my Spider-Man. Phoenix is a menace. It doesn't do what we want. It only causes problems. Is it so much to ask for a fictional livery, a real-world livery for a fictional engine type? Is that really like a bridge too far? Is that so much to ask? By the way, Ice, is Hustler on at all? I didn't even look who was on controlling in ZTL, but I assume that there's always a decent chance that Hustler is somewhere over there. Honestly, the thing that frustrates me more is that there's been so many livery add-ons already and in the community, and not a JetBlue one yet. But if he is, I didn't talk to him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you work the event last night, Ice? There was a VATSIM event yesterday. Light Up America, I believe. I unfortunately had no power at 4 o'clock. I was going to go live. I was going to do this, probably this flight or some flight like this yesterday. And then at about 4 o'clock, a lightning strike took out the power to our neighborhood and did not come back on until about 8 o'clock. So, oh, you did? Nice. How was the event for you? Hawks, the Innie Builds 310. Oh, this is the plane that's coming to MFS soon. So the Innie Builds 310, that's the one I was thinking about, which I don't care about personally, but that's fine. All the PMDG 737s, 747. I'm going to guess the 747, the 777 are years away at this point. Majestic Dash 8, Quality Wing 787, FS Labs A330, Honda Jet. Okay. Wow. I mean, it's pretty good. I just don't know. I mean, we're probably talking years away from a lot of those projects. Vaughn, you lost the microphone to your headset? Rip. Sounds like then, Vaughn, that's an Amazon problem, right? Noah could bring you one by like tomorrow. Oh, it was slow for you? You were on Cincinnati Approach? Yeah, I feel like, well, you know, with those kind of events where you don't have like targeted traffic, it's just going to be I'm going to guess, I wasn't there, but I'm assuming the big traffic was Boston, Kennedy, Atlanta, LAX, and one or two in between. Time to call grandma again. The Honda Jet will be at the end of this month. The dev is awesome. Good to hear that. I personally don't care for that type of aircraft, but hey, man, more high-fidelity aircraft it has in the sim, the better. I think probably the thing that I'm actually now that we have the PMDG and we have the Phoenix, I think the thing we should all be looking at as a whole as a community is, I believe it's Sim Update 10, right? That Asobo is going to open up the innards of the flight systems, right? Weren't they going to de-encrypt that stuff, which would be a big deal for developers? I wasn't really paying attention. I was fine with not having traffic. It's been a long week. Okay, well, that's good. At least put your time in there, but, you know, you're not overwhelmed, which is good too. Of the default airplanes. Okay, so Vaughn, but I thought, again, maybe I was wrong on that. Even though, like, you know, even if it's the default airplanes, like the inner goo, the magic sauce in there helps open up possibilities for other aircraft too, right? Because isn't a lot of the systems within even a PMDG or a Phoenix shared among the two? Am I wrong on that? The API for the weather radar should be opened up as well for Sim Update 10. That's going to be a big one. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I thought, Vaughn. Okay. That's fine. Sounds good. I mean, it's good stuff out there, you know? It's progress. Still no wait. Someone Ice, let me know if any ATC shows up. Oh, Boston Center. I was like, oh, I got excited, and then it was CP is on. Unreal. Is he streaming right now? He's not. Man, he's not thinking big picture. Lena, Hello and welcome. Good to see you here. JCC says you can already see some of that stuff with the A320 though, the default A320. Right. I'm assuming that it's just from the developer standpoint, it's to everybody's benefit to have access to that information so that, again, shared systems can be improved. But I don't know. I'm not a developer. I just read stuff on Discord and then repeat it. And then with conviction. So that way it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Like there was this one guy that I told that on Discord that he should buy the Airbus, and he doesn't like the Airbus, but I just kept on telling him he should do it. I think he's from like the Ozarks or something like that. And I was like, yeah, you should do it, dude. And he totally believed me. Like, what a fool. I can't go anywhere without this woman following me. Nice. I don't think JCC says, I don't think those encrypted planes have anything else more special than some of the default planes. It'll just allow for better community mods for those planes. That's a fair point. I mean, if we get, little fly-by-wire projects for the different ones, that's a benefit right there. It's all good, Arch. I couldn't help but throw that one in there. So it's good stuff, though. I mean, I'm thinking we're in May right now. I mean, I think there's reason to believe that, certainly within the next couple months, 6 months, let's say, fall, we should be I think we're going to look back at the beginning of 2022 where Microsoft Flight Simulator was versus the fall, and it's going to be a night and day difference, which is great, which is wonderful. So we shall see. For those of you keeping score at home, we are 490 miles to go. Top of descent is on the radar. So we're about a little more than an hour away. Not too bad. Coming in for the arrival. Weather in Miami. Oh boy, I got to read the METARs. I'm really bad at this. Weather in Miami is arrival. Let's see here. We've got 10 statute miles, winds 14 knots, broken 2,400, 3,600, 15,000. That doesn't look too bad, actually. I mean, look at my window. I'm not in Miami, but seems reasonable. So we should be good. And we are over here. So we just got off the coast of the Carolinas. Hawks is following the coast. I believe Ice, you're following the coast down, right? You're going like that way. You're following basically 95. I'm just in awe of how good the cockpit looks on this plane. Yeah, this is true. And I feel like I probably should dust off my VR headset. Like, the paint, it's hard to see from, I think, on a broadcast standpoint. But if you actually own this thing, like Hawks. How do I keep I'm calling everybody Hawks in channel. Arch, if you saw this in your own sim, unless you have like a potato monitor, you're going to it looks really amazing. That's, I think, also something else that they've done really well compared to fly-by-wire. Not that fly-by-wire is bad. What are your thoughts on the X-Plane 12 news? Are you happy with the $60 price tag? I think that's a very reasonable price. I'm happy to pay that. I think anything under $100 is fine with me. For me, Arch, what's going to bring me back to X-Plane? Well, number one, the weather looks very promising. That's going to be awesome. Love that. The fact if we can get clouds that look like truly like these kind of clouds, that's a compelling thing. I am guessing, I'm not 100% sure on this. I'm guessing that we're not getting photogrammetry buildings. So, when you take off from an airport you've never been to before, that you don't have scenery for, it may still be flat-ish or maybe very much default buildings, which is kind of a negative. But here's the picture that I can foresee bringing back to X-Plane. Now imagine X-Plane 12 comes out, and we have much better weather, and we have awesome lighting, and we have airplanes from X-Plane 11 that are instantly upgraded to 12 because the developers don't have to do a big lift. We already know that Hotas and Flight Factor, I believe, said they're going to do that. SSG has as well. So if we can instantly have high fidelity payware aircraft and X-Plane off the bat, or pretty close to off the bat, and like all the enhancements X-Plane 12 comes with it, even though you want to call it like 11.5, whatever, like that is a pretty compelling option right there. Vaughn says, I think the Fenix A320 textures are similar to the Inibill's A300. I mean, that's what you hope for when you pay for, a payware aircraft, that you're going to get something a little more than, default, certainly. They've done a really, really nice job with this. Vaughn says it's backwards support, so almost all scenery aircraft plugins should work upon release. Right. And now I'm going to imagine, Vaughn, that just like X-Plane 10 to X-Plane 11, like there were aircraft that did that, and I'm assuming that they're going to look a little mega doo-doo-ish. Like it's going to be like, they work, but they don't look as crisp as they could be if someone developed it for X-Plane 12. But off the bat, you could fly your favorite plane in X-Plane 11 and be good to go. Those knobs look really good too. So to your point, that's a huge plus right there. So that would be very, very compelling, because then I can fly the planes that I've already owned, that I like, and I still like Microsoft Flight Simulator. It still takes way too long to launch the darn thing. Like between the opening the program, getting through the 2 load screens, if you're lucky, that's 10 minutes. Whereas in X-Plane, that is like 2 minutes, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but everybody who owns both knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's a huge thing right there. Vaughn says a few broken things for more complicated aircraft that have been coded. Hey, Mohammed, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you. A few broken things for more complicated aircraft that have been coded to the extreme, such as the Inibille, Totsart, etc. Right. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. Arch, I think I will definitely get it. X-Plane 12. I will definitely be playing around with it. It'll be a good opportunity to get, because I'm sure by the time I know for a fact there's not going to be an Embraer before then, right? So that's going to be compelling for me. But it's going to be really interesting to see how it compares. Like, how much of the visuals match up with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Because at the end of the day, the visuals are what everybody always talks about in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not the aircraft. Now we have Phoenix. Now we have PMDG. Great. But even in the worst times for Microsoft Flight Simulator, when you had, fly-by-wire, and even then it was a little, like people were just like, yeah, but it looks amazing. If it looks amazing in X-Plane, that's really compelling. Arch says, as someone who spends more time on stream with VFR flying, it's going to take a lot to do to change me to X-Plane 12. If I was doing more airliners, I think X-Plane 12 would be it. Yeah, and I only fly airliners, so there's a compelling argument there. Lena says Lena's calling you out, Arch. Calling you, say you're still going to get it no matter what. Hawks, please let us sit down and set up Microsoft Flight add-on linker for you. It skips the stupid splash screens at the beginning, and you limit when your community folder helps you out with the loading. I would probably ordinarily, like, I never wanted or cared for in X-Plane X Organizer. I thought that was a waste of time, but you might be onto something here, because it really does take way too long for this game to load in its current form. Vaughn flies both, depends on the mood. Yeah, for me, Vaughn, the thing that would always bother me
Orlando approach, this is Falcon Water 2.
The thing that would bother me, Vaughn, would be like, not so much in Boston, but like pick an air, like if we're flying in an airport that I have no scenery for, no payware scenery, boy, does it look like crap, and then, but whereas in Microsoft Flight Simulator, maybe the jetways are jagged and whatever, but it still looks really good, right? That's the only thing. But yeah, I'm excited though. X-Plane 12 is going to be, it's going to be nice to have just the visuals alone. I wonder though, like we all have our X-Plane 11 setups now, where we have to like nuke everything that we have. I guess so, right? We should nuke everything we have and then re-download everything. Because obviously, like, maybe we won't need Active Sky or X-Vision anymore, because that's already built in, right? Yeah, I feel like X Organizer, X Organizer. The add-on linker, probably a good idea. But I have very few add-ons. I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Every little thing adds up, right? We're flying to Miami. The scenery that I have for LAX or the scenery I have for White Plains is totally unnecessary, right? Fair point. Yeah, right, exactly, Hawks. Exactly. Vaughn says, X-Plane 11 default scenery is very good placement-wise. MFS is all visual, but it all lacks good placement. It's interesting. That's very deep. I don't think you're wrong. Check if there's any ATC on. Let's see here. Wow, they're fully staffed in Jacksonville, though. Delivery, ground, tower. Well, almost. Wow, Missouri Center's on. You don't see that every day. Oh, no, ZM. That's not Missouri, right? That's Kansas City Center. What the hell's ZMO? Is that like in the Caribbean? Yeah, it's this one. Missouri Center. All right. Let's pretend I never said Missouri Center, okay? Anyway, where's Ice is over here. I'm over here. I think it's going to be closer than I thought, Ice, because of the... I'm cutting down this way. Edit out. It's Miami Oceanic. Yeah, Miami, Missouri. You know, they're kind of the same thing. Orlando Approach is on. Nice. Still nobody on in Miami, though. 21 arrivals, 15 departures. I feel like Miami Center is always the last airspace to be, on the East Coast, the last airspace to be staffed up in general. Hawks is what people tend to forget about is that this isn't new to MFS. Default has been garbage since Microsoft first concocted the idea of building a sim. Oh, the scenery or the aircraft or both? Because I think we all kind of forgot that about the planes when the sim first launched, and we realized, oh God, they're terrible. This is a live event, so they'll get all at once at the time. Right, exactly. But like, again, Ice, we're obviously very what's the word? Well, blessed, but spoiled by our friends in Boston airspace. Like, if there was an event in Boston airspace, I'm almost going to guarantee you that if the event was on at 4 o'clock Eastern, you'd have a controller on at like by 1 or 2 o'clock. Right? There's always someone who comes on earlier to help like smooth it out. Whereas, but that's not to say that Miami's doing it wrong. That's just that like Boston goes above and beyond. Oh, they've always been garbage. Oh yeah, 100% Hawks. And that's why I remember when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out and all the aircraft were terrible. And we're like, what? And then I was like, wait a minute, of course they're terrible. Even the X-Plane aircraft are terrible on their own. You've got to wait for the payware stuff to really be, good. So you're absolutely right. But the good news is, Hawks, is that, the developer community's finally caught up. Like, because for a long time, all they were developing in Microsoft Flight Simulator were sceneries. And it's like, cool, except I need aircraft that can actually function. And now we've got that. So it's slow. I think it took longer than anybody anticipated. Like, I don't know that I would have thought it would have taken 2 years to get to this point. Especially, I seem to recall PMG at one point saying their 737 was going to come out in like Q1 2021. That didn't happen, obviously, but it is what it is. We do benefit from a strong community of third-party developers, 100%. And I think, Hawks, that was one concern. I remember very early on when Microsoft announced the project for the new flight sim, people were like, are they going to allow third parties, right? Arches, I gave MFS credit because nothing transferred directly over from the payware world. So 2 years, really not that long when you look back at things. Yeah, you're not wrong on that, Arch. I think I really do believe that if you had gone back to day one and we had all come up with timelines, how long it would take, I think we would have mocked anybody who said 2 years. I think we would have said, no, it'll be like 9 to 12 months kind of a thing. I think it took about another year longer than I think we would have guessed. But obviously that's just, nerds arguing about, what we think. I would have loved for Microsoft to reach out to all the devs and just not a few. Yeah, well, that I agree with. I thought you're not wrong on that, Hawks. I think Asobo has slowly learned their lesson there, but even so, it's not quite the open box. That is a huge credit, by the way, to X-Plane, because they've always been so open with the developers that makes such a big difference there. You know, where are we here on the descent? All right, we're coming up. Still coming up. We still have about 200, 300 miles to go to Hogue, and then we begin really our descent in earnest. So it's close because you can see top of descent on the computer here, but we're still a little bit of ways away. So no worries. CRJ. Oh man. Remember Arch when the CRJ was like the bee's knees? Right? Nerds argue about things? What? Crazy talk, right, Lena? Gosh, just look at any flight sim YouTube video. I love Austin. He's such a great guy. I wish I could sit with him and just have a conversation on how X-Plane came to be. It is pretty incredible. I've never met him. I've only heard like of him. I don't know that I've really spent much time hearing what he has to say, but I mean, you know, he's dedicated to what he's doing, and they have a pretty small team, right? Whatever. I'm trying to think of the company name that X-Plane is. Oh my God, it's the tip of my tongue, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's not a major company. It's not like, you know, hundreds of people that work there. I think it's like a dozen or so, right? But that's a credit to him. Miami's on? What? You're right. Wow. All right. You know what? I take back everything I said before. I was wrong. Laminar research. Thank you, Arch. I like, it was just there. All right. Well, it looks like I'll be talking to them first, I think. Now we're we'll probably come in around the same time. Their airspace begins closer over here, so yeah, Laminar research. Yep. Wow, all right, we're gonna have coverage in here. The good thing is this is actually better, although all of his aircraft are almost gone here. Like, I hate when you get into an airspace and they first come on, they gotta like sort everybody out, you know, so there's a little bit of a backlog. Hopefully by the time I get into his airspace, it'll be a little bit better. So let's look at him queued up in here. We're not quite there yet, but it's something to do. Wow, holy moly, there's like 8 of them on now. 1. Oh, Sal's on. 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing low center means I'm not talking to him off the bat. Sal's a good guy. Really, really smart guy. Fun guy also. He was in our, was in our VA. So anyway, I don't know who I'm going to talk to first. I have no idea. Maybe this guy? Ron? Ron is a legend. Oh, man. Vaughn says it's roughly 30 people, whereas they're trying to compete against a multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? Good for them, though. I mean, to your point, I mean, they're doing something right. Maybe Jacksonville Center? That's a good one, Ice. That's a good one. If I fly the A320, I will join a JetBlue VA. Join VBlue, man. It's fun. We don't do like we don't do any events anymore, but you know, gotta fly those routes, man. Hey, Nicholas, what's going on, man? Welcome. Good to have you here. Thanks for saying hello. Appreciate it. We're flying the Fenix A320 down to Miami. We're just about to enter Miami airspace, so we're a little less than an hour away, which is great. Already in VBlue, jamming the routes. There you go, Vaughn. They updated the routes today, so there's all new. I got to actually talk to them because I think they omit. Like, I checked the Nantucket routes because that's a seasonal route, and there's only one right now, which is like Kennedy. And in the summertime, they add a bunch more. So, what's my favorite airplane to fly? Mine is the A350 or the 787. Great question. My favorite airplane to fly is the E190, the Embraer 190, which they don't. Well, they have a really bad one for Flight Simulator, but there was a good one for X-Plane. Anyway, that's my favorite one to do. But the 320 is not bad either. I do enjoy that one. So, are you flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Nicholas, or do you do use a different sim like X-Plane or P3D, FSX? Oh, Jacksonville Center's on. I thought you were joking. 135925. Haven't gotten in contact with me yet. But 13592. What am I doing? Noah, that's not the right place for it.
Control 360.
Alright, 2 callers there at once. Let's do 1938 first.
Nicholas, you flying Microsoft Flight Simulator on VATSIM? Cool.
Level
So are we.
360.
Are you flying now, or are you just hanging out? It's going to be quite the log jam getting everybody in here on Jacksonville.
American 68, we're cruising at 3, flight level 380. Also, I am going to be away from the cockpit for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Sign off. 45 minutes to an hour. Arch, is that approved?
American 68, Jacksonville Center, Roger, standby.
Yeah. I feel like that's always the case, Ice.
Jacksonville Center, Walker 1157, flight level 233, descending via the star.
Hawks says, for me, as much as I admire X-Plane, I've always been a Microsoft
Walker
user.
1157, Jacksonville Center, IDAT. American 68, you're almost to Miami. Let me get you the frequency. One moment.
Hey, guys.
Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. JetBlue 2085, flight level 320. I have no idea where I'm at.
All right, Walker Air 1157 radar contact, 32 miles northwest of Ocala, descending through flight level 220. Send via the arrival and I believe Tampa landing south.
We got sending via the arrival. We're doing the 19 left transition, Walker 1157.
Jacksonville Center, good day, 737, Yankee Victor.
Yeah, no, I knew that, Arch, max 30. He asked for, I mean, after about 15 minutes, you're like, should disconnect from the network, right? Nicholas, I'm going to fly like an hour from Frankfurt to Madrid. Nice. Well, welcome, Nicholas. It's good to have you here. Hawks, I picked up X-Plane 9 and 11 just to see what it was about, but there wasn't enough there to convert me over from what I was already had. Hey, if you're happy, right? Arch, after being ripped for how I handled an emergency yesterday, I memorized the code of conduct like it's my lifeline.
American 76.
You're doing the Lord's work there, Arch.
And attention all aircraft, just give me some patience. It's kind of difficult to get on with 20 airplanes in the airspace.
Falcon 1, Roger.
American 76
I'm going to end up in
contact,
Miami airspace before.
17 miles southeast of Alma, flight level 340.
I just want to know what JetBlue 401 is going to contact so I can just go. I think I'm just end up not even talking to Jacksonville because he's just too overwhelmed at this point. Oh, we got everybody on. Wow, my time is really well.
Hello, Walker 1483, flight level 340, 26 Southwest Craig.
There he is.
And Walker Air 1483, heavy Jacksonville Center radar contact as reported. Good afternoon.
Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. JetBlue 2085, flight level 320, about 296 miles north of Hogue. Oh, he likes you.
Jacksonville Center, good
He likes you,
Giant
Ice.
4312 on the ground at Charleston, looking to pick up our IFR to Anchorage when you have a moment. Giant 4312, Jacksonville Center, expect PDC. Roger. JetBlue 2085, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1065.
1065 for JetBlue 2085.
American 575.
Oh God, I can't even see this thing,
Center,
dude.
Are you with me?
Hawks, how would you fix this? I can't see the buttons or what this says in here. I use the workaround here, but how would you actually fix this?
Jacksonville, good afternoon, American 575. We're about 6'8" north of Jenks.
At this point, I have no desire to deal with ortho, so I'll be sticking to MFS till X-Plane 12 comes out.
American
I don't blame
575, heavy Jacksonville Center, good afternoon, squawk 1067.
Sunshade? Is there a sunshade in here?
Squawk 1067, American 575.
I didn't even know there is one.
JetBlue 2085, radar contact, 12 miles east, west of Snaps, flight level 320, welcome.
Was that read on the radio? Switch to your co-pilot side, throw down the shade. Where the hell's the shade? Where's the click point for it? Is it up here? Or? Oh, this thing. Okay. Doesn't work. It's fake.
Jackson, good morning. Good afternoon.
Now what?
Blackwidow 323 with you, Blackwidow 360.
Does it actually do anything? No. This is all like, this is visual. Like, it doesn't actually block any sun.
Walker Air 1157, contact Miami 132.25. Good day.
Order 13225, 1157. See you.
No. These things are, they're very nice aesthetics, but they don't actually do anything.
American 5 at 75, radar contact, 29 miles.
Other
south,
window?
Kilo, flight level 380.
Other window.
Thank you very much, American 575. Good afternoon.
Other window?
JetBlue 766, have you tried calling me?
Nope. Still doesn't do anything. This window, you think?
American 76, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Have to remove the iPad.
Southwest 6030, have you checked in with me yet?
We've tried to, so 6030.
JetBlue 6030,
Nope.
Jacksonville Center, Roger, welcome.
It's I'm telling you, these sunshades don't actually do anything. They just look like they work.
Jackson, good
Is this a
afternoon.
bug?
323 with you, Flight 360.
Or just like the way it's supposed to work. Because these don't do anything.
And Abigail 323, Jacksonville Center, INAT. Falcon 1, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0.
Roger, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0.
I don't know if this is a bug or working as intended. Yep. All right. Well, I feel better. It's not me. Change time of day. That would be the workaround. Well, if you guys, little tip, you can put in, you can change your squawk code and your comms from vPilot directly without using your simulator. So something to keep in mind. It's a .x for squawk code and then the code, and then .com .m1 or .com2 and the frequency.
Abigail 323, Jacksonville Center, radar contact, 29 miles northeast of the Orlando VOR, flight level 360. I'll have a handoff for you momentarily. Roger, thank you, Abigail 323.
Do you know how many people don't know that? I didn't know that, Arch, until like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. I was in the when I had that Embraer for Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can't change it in the sim, so I had to go Google it. But so to your point, no one knows about it, and I think a lot of people don't know about that. My immersion is broken. Your cosmetic playing accessories blew it for me, right? The goggles, they do nothing. I don't know if that's really a bug or just. I imagine this is just not. I don't know. If you guys are in X-Plane, does this work? Hawks use it all the time. Oh, the code thing. Yeah. Ice, in your plane, do you have sunshades? Do they work? Do they like actually block out the sun?
Southwest 2877 Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. I'll have more for you momentarily.
VATSIM. VATSIM is a way to see all the aircraft up there. So VATSIM is a map of where so this is us actually, JetBlue 2085. So you can see what controllers are on, who's flying where.
JetBlue 1401, contact Miami Center 135.17, good day.
3517, good day, JetBlue 1401.
JetBlue 2085, contact Miami Center 135.17, good day.
Over to Miami Center 13517, thanks to the ATC, JetBlue 2085. 17.
Abigail 323, contact Miami Center 135.17, good day.
Andrew?
Miami Rouge 1999 request direct Hester.
Stand by.
Who am I? 2085. Miami Center, good afternoon. JetBlue 2085, level 320, approaching the Hogue waypoint.
JetBlue 2085, Miami Center, Roger.
The one I have is pretty much clear, so it's not even worth trying.
323 with you, flight level 360.
Noah, what's up, man? We're almost there.
323, Miami Center, Roger.
We just passed basically Orlando on the right. I was saying JetBlue wrong. That's true, Arch. I am. Well, the Jacksonville guy, I could tell, was not in the mood for any fun. Uh-oh. Did the audio thing just die?
Checking in with Miami
No, we're good.
again.
I don't think he was really in the mood for it. We'll start using it now, Arch. We're good.
Walker 1483, Miami.
There's enough controllers here that nobody should be overwhelmed, if you will.
Almost 1938.
Yeah, so Noah, we're 270 miles to go. But we got ATC, so we're getting there. Can't see Florida yet, though.
Rouge 1999, proceed our task then.
Look at you getting full ATC. You know what, Noah? Party don't start till I walk in, right? Pretty much, something like that. I will say one major thing I love about the Phoenix compared to fly-by-wire is the ability to change cameras really easily.
First, I got a radar identify you, so ident for me, please.
Really makes a difference. What's my favorite route to fly? Oh, Boston to Washington National. So KBOS to KDCA, Nicholas. I love that arrival into DC. It's a fun one to do. The river visual. It's a great one. Might if I make you a custom JetBlue paint, I'll what a kid draws as a toddler.
Number 33, Julia is off. Let me send her out.
Do it, Hawks. It's better than the Phoenix livery. It'd be great if it was like crayon, like Microsoft Paint, a Hallahan original. But Hawks, it's got to be an 8K. If it's not 8K, it doesn't count.
You need to step away.
10 to 15 minutes, if possible.
Custom hand-scribbled at JetBlue decals. There you go.
Bahama is 1938. I mean, you might need to start descending in that time period, but sure, report back.
It's got to have JetBlue on the side, right? Exactly. The whole, it's got to be out across the entire hull over there, and the E is like right there where the end is. Absolutely. I wonder though, in all seriousness, again, this I know nothing about liveries development. How hard would it be to take the fly-by-wire livery and apply it to the Phoenix one? I mean, it's got to be like off by like an inch or two, right?
23 to send via the Cuda 2, arrival landing east, landing altimeter 3015.
We have an ATIS from Miami. There's two ATISes for Miami? What does that mean? 8 right, 9, or 12, which is what I have programmed in.
Miami Rouge 1999, reporting moderate chop from the surface to 15,000.
Why are there two different ATISes? Arch, or Hawks, why are there two different ATISes for Miami? I thought maybe it would be like different approaches, but aren't they coming? It's the same information. Oh, right. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Arrival, departure. Good call.
Walker 1483, descend via the coastal.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Miami altimeter 3015.
I've been in many events. I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Is that the new ATIS thing that you can have multiple ATISes now? Like that wasn't possible before? You do when you get traffic slammed? Nice.
Okay, 325. See you later, 3 off.
Arch, there was a... I was watching Nomad last night. He was controlling in Toronto, and there was this guy who came on. If Sephiroth is here, he knows what I'm talking about. And this guy came in here. He's one of these typical guys who doesn't know what he's doing, and he's like arguing.
1401, descend via the Cuda to arrival, Fort Lauderdale landing east, Miami altimeter 3015.
It was, he was getting frustrated, Nomad, and it's like, it feels so bad. Like, who are these people that come on VATSIM and argue with the air traffic control? Just do what you're told. If you're going to tell me to go into a hold and, you know, do a barrel roll, I'll go in a hold and do a barrel roll because that's what you're telling me to do, you know? It just says anyone on terminal 1 to 3 plan 2 far left and for departure 4. That's pretty good. I mean, then again, of course, Arch, as you know, they'd have to actually read that. But I read the ATISes most of the time. I'll probably read the real world ATIS and then just, you know, double check that the one on there is correct. I'm trying to get my comments to myself about after yesterday in the YouTuber. I'll sound biased. Okay, well, I think, let me tell you something, Arch. I already can tell you I'm on your side on this. I don't care what you think is supposed to happen. Ultimately, As a pilot, you're listening to ATC, bottom line. People on VATSIM listen. A few of us do, Lena. I think a few of us do. I forgot to even see, who am I talking to? 1, 2, oh, we got to put in our 2 steep path ahead. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. That being said, let me get the Navigraph chart up. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It thinks there's too steep of a path. This is because I programmed this in manually. This is fine. I don't know what it thinks. This thing's smoking crack. Who knows the plane better, me or the computer? Obviously me. Did you see the YouTube clip? I have not, Arch. No, I am behind. I didn't see anything yesterday. I was going to do something. What's that?
Correction, climbing 14,000.
Southwest 55 Victor, Miami Center, climbing to level 250.
Climbing to flight level 250, Southwest 55 Victor.
I knew there was an event today, but I didn't think it's, well, I guess it's 3 o'clock. It's 3:15. I thought this didn't start till 4 o'clock, so I was not expecting this much ATC on, but boy, did I time it right. So we do have, by the way, Latin VFR Miami. I've never actually seen it. I mean, I purchased it back when I got Microsoft Flight Simulator, like about a month ago. And I was like, well, certainly I'll fly to Miami at some point. And so I bought it, but I never actually flew to it. So unable requesting diversion to bathroom. Clear your execution. Nice.
Miami Center, good afternoon.
TLDR, the pilot was simulating a hydraulic failure. His chat wanted me to rip him Owen because I asked him while giving his clearance if he wanted 2.5 right.
Well, hello.
What's going on over there?
How are you today?
Rule number 1, Arch, that ATC does not have to do anything as relates to failures, right? You don't have to abide or play along. You don't have to LARP.
You'll get to talk to him on the way in.
I do indeed. Sounds good.
I said clear land, but he would need to vacate the runway at the end. Yeah. Did he declare an emergency? Like, did he tell you, LA Tower, blah, 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 emergency? Or was he doing an emergency and on his end, but didn't tell anybody? I already know he's wrong. It's just like, get over yourself, dude. And if you want to do that, get off VATSIM. Like, if I want to do a belly landing right now, I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM and do the belly landing on my own. I'm not going to be like, oh, can you please simulate sending out the fire trucks so that they're ready for me? If there's a clip, I'll look at it later, but I already know what the answer is there. He did it with Ben, but went to Unicom, which per the code of conduct, you have to under ATC the whole time. Right. Ben had to go offline. Oh, I see. So there was a gap in between. Well, it's still, you should obviously know if you haven't talked to you.
Yes.
Or Ben didn't tell him, I already told Tower you're good. Right?
Okay, as long as you think you're going to make the restrictions, that's fine with me. Yes, sir.
So again, looking at the chart, the first waypoint, most of these waypoints are not, the Bonefish 1 arrival, most of these are just aboves, which we're going to hit every single one. I mean, I don't know that'll be a problem, but we'll find out. So we had to call into the ILS 25 right, and I said, okay, that's fine. I'll let it happen, and he'll have to clear out the runway. I'm not staying on to role play an emergency. Correct. Absolutely. I already said I was leaving soon. Trademark.
Almost 1938 dispatch.
I would just say I feel like the proper thing to do is to declare the emergency, or ask say Tower I want to declare an emergency, and you either say yes, that's fine, or no, I don't have time, or I can't do that. Please disconnect, and that's it. End of the story. And if he wants to do that, cool, disconnect. It's not like no, please do you have to do you as the Tower have to do the emergency. People on VATSIM. It just there's always like examples of just people who aren't listening, or whatever, don't know what they're doing, or whatever the case may be. Think they can do what they can. Like, I don't know. I just know that the last thing, my mantra is always don't be that guy. So if I ever sense that I'm causing a problem, like I'm mucking something up, I will just disconnect and I will figure it out until I feel better about it. So everyone went to chew me out because they didn't handle it that way, but you can clearly hear in the video that he didn't state an emergency in the first contact. Right. So that's on him. Unless Ben told him, I already told Tower, which I don't think was the case, then yeah. It's VATSIM, not 5M or real life. Get off the runway. Exactly. Just declare it. The onus is on him to let Arch know that he has an emergency. And if he doesn't do so, Arch is not a mind reader. And more importantly, Arch doesn't have to role play. Even if he did declare an emergency.
Miami Center, Rouge 1999, request right deviation 10 degrees for weather.
Rouge 1999, deviations right of course are approved no greater than 40 degrees and advised when you're
Even
ready
in
to
the
go
code of
back on
conduct,
course.
I can cancel it anytime for any reason. There you go. That's it.
Right deviations less than 40 nautical miles approved.
You
Rouge
did what you're supposed to
1999.
do, so that's it. You know, forget that guy. Alrighty, well, got some fly in the studio here. We are making our way over here. The good news with all these controllers on, it shouldn't be too bad. I forgot who am I talking to? 135, 175. Shane, okay. I'm hoping we're going to get a chance to talk to Sal, but I have no idea if we're going to. We shall see. Simply asking to vacate is allowing you to continue your forced error. It'll be, right. Again, it doesn't even matter if you simulated something or not. It's just a matter of, you know, what you're... you're in control. You're the tower. You tell them what to do. And if you can't do what you're being told to do, and the ATC controller doesn't want to deal with the issue, disconnect. That's it. You can have an emergency. You just don't have to. Nobody else has to listen to you do the emergency. You can disconnect and continue your flight on your own. It's like the same thing as you know, doing like pattern work. You don't have to accept pattern work. If you're too full, you're too full, right? Same idea. I don't know why this is such a foreign concept. So where are we and where is ICE? ICE is, it's American. Is that you down there? Wow, you really, I don't know, we're right here too. Okay, I thought I was up there. Yeah, you're definitely going to beat us in Arch. Jeez. ICE. I thought I was going to make up more time over here, and like maybe by West Palm I'll catch up more, but I don't think so. I think you're still going to beat us in. So, bravo.
Walker 1744, turn left heading 180 vector for your descent. Descent and maintain 8,000.
You don't get priority. Shutting down the runway is giving you priority. Correct.
180 down to 1,000. 1744. Walker 1744, descent and maintain 8,000. Down to 8,000. 1744.
All right, destination data needs to go in here, so let's get that loaded up. Perf. Next. Let's get the information. Arrival into Miami. Altimeter is 30-15. I'm putting myself out here as a noob. Where do you get the temperature in this? Like winds I get, that'd be 14. Winds at 140, 21 knots, right?
Climate level 410, 73.
140. I forgot the number on the end. But is temperature in here? 21. We don't do gusting. You just do, gusting. 13. That's gusting. It's after the clouds. Oh, 31 and dew point of 25. Okay. I did not know that. 31. Oops. The winds. Winds 140 at 13. Me being able to read the METAR is I've slowly learned it over the years. 31.
Bahamas 19 today. We're instructed to descend at flight level 240. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
240, nice to hear.
14013G1, right? 7 statute miles. This is always temperature dew point. Thank you. Yep, 25 is the dew point. Yep, so we've got overcast at 15,000, broken at 30,000, 24, broken at 24, 7 statute miles. Interesting that the 7 statute miles, considering the, or is it the overcast at 150? No, it can't be right. 15. It's not 1,500 feet, right? Maybe that's what it is. It's always after the clouds. Good to know. Thank you. Yep. So now I just know basically after the clouds before you get to the altimeter. So easy peasy. All right. Well, we're getting there. Slowly.
Saudi at 3. Turn left heading 340. Vector for traffic.
Left heading 340. Saudi at 3.
Miami Rouge 1999.
Not only is Ice going to beat me down there, he's already been cleared down to 5,000 feet. I'm still stuck here at 32, so it's going to be a while.
Rouge 1999, turn left direct lens.
Lens is a little bit too close for us, but we can join the course between Lens and Gruber, Rouge 1999.
Rouge 1999, proceed direct Gruber.
Proceed direct Gruber and Rouge 1999.
What time did this event begin? Does it begin? Maybe it was earlier than I thought. I thought for some reason it was 4 o'clock.
Marker 1774, turn left heading 180. I need you to keep turning.
Is 1900 Zulu not 4 o'clock? Is it 3 o'clock?
That's 180.
I'm not complaining. It's great. But I thought 19 Zulu is 4 o'clock. Oh well. So, as they say.
Business.
When temp matches dew point, you're at 100% saturation. Where I live, that spells nasty fog. So you live in Florida, Hawks? Because that's what that is in Florida all the time, I feel like.
Southwest 55 Victor, descend via the coastal to arrival, Miami landing east, Miami altimeter 3015.
That wasn't me.
Right? Descend via coastal to arrival, landing east 3015, Southwest 55 Victor.
Bahamas 1938, connect Miami Center 132.3.
32.3, have a good weekend, sir.
You're in Southwest Missouri. That's called hell. Yeah, that's called hibernation. That's summer in Florida. I just don't go outside.
American 575, descend via the Bonefish, 1 arrival, Miami landing east, Miami altimeter 3015.
3015 at Miami and descend via the Bonefish, 1 arrival east for American 575.
This is my weather right now. 4 statute miles, huh? Oof. Broken overcast. What is that, 100 feet? 001? Is that right?
Unfortunately, the departure you file is not conducive to your route, so I got to keep you going this way until you're past the traffic, and then I continue eastbound.
So the 3 copy.
Yep. Wow. Talk about overcast. That is like the clouds are on your head, man. That's 3/4 of statute miles, and you can't see. Okay. So VFR approved, Arch? Is that what you're saying?
Walker 1744, turn left heading 090.
Left heading 090, 1744.
Do 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 do. Aircraft is outside chart bounds. How is that possible? I was checking.
Walker 1483, contact Miami approach 124.85 today.
2485, Walker 1483, is it?
Okay, that's strange. Go back into the thingy here. Where are we? Okay, Miami. Arrival.
Afternoon.
Miami approach, hello, Walker 1483, descending out of
Wrong one, ice.
00 on the coastal tube.
Wrong one, ice.
Walker 1744, proceed direct theme, rejoin the arrival, descend via the Raj 2 arrival.
Direct to theme, descend via the arrival, Walker 1744.
Sadia 3, turn right direct Summers.
How am I on this one, but not this
Right
one?
direct Summers, 33.
Oh, there I am. I already passed Hogue. Something doesn't add up here. Why does it think I'm like back here when my flight computer says
Yankee Victor 5592.
I'm like at Mogi and Chicken, which is
Miami Center, good day. This is Yankee Victor
here.
5592.
I should be like here.
With you, flight level 340, 153 miles.
I foresee some problems
from
for me up ahead. Something's
Yankee Victor 5592, Miami Center. Descend
Oh, you
via
do
the
have 787
coastal
do the
to
pattern work,
arrival,
nice.
Miami landing east.
Something's
Miami
not right.
altimeter 3015.
we passed Hogue a while ago.
Arrival, Miami, arriving east. 3015 for the altimeter. Yankee Victor 5592.
Getting a little nervous, I'll be honest with you.
About 323, contact Miami approach 119.45.
Miami Center, good afternoon. This is United 1068 at flight level 360, inbound for the said Casper.
United 1068, Miami Center, roger.
We've also passed.
JetBlue 2085, I'm sorry, I left you too high. Turn right, heading 270, vector descent. Descend and maintain flight level 190.
All right, right 270 and descend and maintain 190 for JetBlue 2085.
Affirmative. Velo 323, contact approach.
Okay, well, now I feel better. We've been delayed, Noah. Let company know.
0.45 over 323, bye-bye.
Rouge 1999, contact Jacksonville Center, 135.902. Good day.
135.92, Rouge 1999. Thanks.
Well, ICE will definitely beat us in now, for sure.
United 1068 is at flight level 360, inbound for the said Casper.
Walker 1744, contact Orlando approach, 124.8.
124.8 for Walker 1744, thank you for your help today.
United 1068, Miami Center, roger. How do you copy?
Oh, this thing's screaming down right now. We're in open descent, so it's going to do it.
Orlando approach.
Well, a little detour here. Check out the coast. Oh, it's not you. It's Miami Approach. You sent me a text. Okay. I swear I heard you say I get the handoff and then back on our frequency, but that is an interesting looking cloud over here.
Good to Orlando ground. This is Frontier 193.
Why am I hearing Orlando traffic?
To Tampa with information Bravo.
Am I like on the...
Yeah, radio 5 on you.
Why
I
did...
think you said that on the wrong frequency.
Yeah, okay. I thought for a second, like, I'm hearing, like, Orlando ground traffic.
Miami approach, line Juliet 504, Sunbird 101 arrival.
Well, now we're going way east. I'm assuming we're going to turn back in here in a second, but got to get down to 190, I'm guessing. Well, we'll get some points for this, extra points for this flight for it taking longer than it probably should. That's all right.
Miami Center, line 504, we had no response on approach frequency.
American 575, vacating flight level 380 via the Bonefish.
Roger. JetBlue 2085, descend and maintain 13,000, Miami altimeter 3015, turn left heading 090.
Down to 13,000 and left 090, JetBlue 2085.
Southwest 558, your contact Miami approach 119.45.
119.45, Southwest 55 Victor, bye.
Good day, JetBlue 1401, Miami approach 119.45.
1945, good day.
Miami approach, line Juliet 504, radio check.
.458 with you at 15,000.
Southwest 450 at Miami Center, hello, the Orlando altimeter 3014.
Now here's a look at South Florida. Got land again to look at. There's I-95, I believe. Route 1. Pretty cool. All right. We need the altimeter. I know he gave it to me, but I never listened to that. Altimeter 3. We'll refresh it, but I'm sure it's the same. 3015.
Miami, line Chile 504 heavy.
2085, turn right direct Fendi, descend via the Bonefish 1 arrival.
Direct Fendi and descend via the Bonefish 1 arrival, JetBlue 2085. Direct Fendi.
United 1068 requesting change of cruising altitude, flight level 380.
United 1068, climb and maintain, flight level 380.
What was the other part? Oh, just give me the altimeter, right? Oh, descend via the Bonefish, which goes down to
T.Flight 52, Miami Center, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
All right, now is when we figure out if the flight plan, if this conglomerated little thing I've done here is going to work.
Yeah, the audio is cutting out.
We are arriving by the arrival frequency didn't work.
Frontier Flight 52, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
370, Frontier 552.
And what are we over, like Fort Lauderdale or something? I was playing like right. Should be a plane like 7,000 feet below me, but I can't see him. Oh well. Follow the open. I forgot I was on open descent, so now I'm gonna switch it back to managed descent, so we don't get down to 5,000 feet over like Fort Lauderdale. So get out of my way. The approach looks good. I don't know why the computer thinks we can't get down to this one in time, but I think we'll be okay.
Miami Center, good day. Frontier Flight 839, passing 12,000 for 16,000.
Fenix A320, Miami Center, climbing to maintain flight level 230.
I'm maintain flight level 230, front to flight, A390.
Southwest 458, descend to the Joker's 3 arrival, Orlando South, Orlando altimeter 3014.
Send via the Joker's 3 arrival and plan for south for Southwest 458.
All right. But what's interesting, the only thing that kind of, that's not concerning, it's just...
JetBlue 2085, contact Miami approach, 118.45. Good day.
11845 for JetBlue 2085. Thank you.
Sorry, JetBlue 2085, 119er 45, 1945.
No worries. 1945 for JetBlue 2085. Thank you. 1945. Wait, what? Where is it? Miami approach 119er 45. I can't. It's not my day for listening comprehension. 145 119er. Hello. 11.
Land 504, heavy turn right heading 270.
Right heading 270, land 504 heavy.
For 1483 Miami, are you expecting ILS 9er?
Affirmative, that's what we were given by the last controller.
Roger, thanks. Yeah, I just didn't. Sorry, we just had a little snafu with his microphone. Sorry.
Yep.
Miami approach. Good evening. Good afternoon. JetBlue 2085 Bonefish 1 arrival passing through 12,000 feet.
Still with 2085 Miami. Let me know when you have the ATIS.
We've got the weather on board. 2085.
Land 504, turn right heading 360, vector final approach course.
Right heading 360, vector final. And confirm runway 9er, land 504.
Affirmative.
Roger.
Walker 1483, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, Walker 1483.
Number 851 Tango Bravo,
There we go.
12
Caught up with
o'clock
ice
and
again.
8 miles, a Boeing 737, restricted to 8 above.
We have it on screen, 851 Tower. We are requesting
Southwest 55 Victor, descend and maintain 8,000 only.
for clouds.
Southwest 55 Victor, descend and maintain 8,000.
Descend maintain 8,000, Southwest 55 Victor.
Starfleet 1701, come and maintain 16,000.
16,000, 1701.
And below 323, I'm sorry, I missed the turn there. Turn left heading 070 and intercept the runway 10 left localizer.
Left 070 and intercept localizer 10.
I probably should confirm my arrival runway. JetBlue 2085.
JetBlue 2085.
We've not been given a runway assignment. Any chance for 8 right today?
JetBlue 2085. Expect ILS 12 for now, please.
We'll expect ILS 12 for 2085.
Land Chile 504 heavy.
Oh,
Your 7
we're in big trouble,
turn right
guys.
heading 060.
Big
maintain
trouble.
3,000 until established on the
Arrival
localizer. Clear the ILS
1
runway 9 approach.
2.
Right heading 060.
Now I need to get the chart for 1 2.
Runway 9er approach and 504.
I see it. So we've got to go down to
Miami Southwest 4008.
Madonna.
Southwest 4008.
Gucci.
Southwest 4008, we try to contact you. Yes,
Romani.
Southwest 40. Sorry, Southwest 4008 Miami.
Madonna.
Maintain 16,000 and they'll have it over to center shortly.
K-O-O-N-E.
Maintain 16,000 Southwest 4008.
No, we're,
Starfleet 1701, contact Miami Center 135.17.
35175, thank you.
Southwest 4008, contact Miami Center 135.17, see ya.
Capone.
135.17, Southwest 1008, see you.
Avail at 323, 3 miles from War, cleared the ILS runway 10 left approach, contact tower now, 119er point tree, goodbye.
U-U-M.
Yeah, that's 10 left and tower 1930.
Of course, there's no tune.
323, see ya.
Walker 1483, heavy turn right heading 360, vector final approach course.
360, Walker 1483.
Tower.
Capone is at 4,000.
November 85 with Togo Bravo requesting higher for due to clouds.
And then get rid of whatever I have for Tupac.
Stand by.
No, it's not even in there. It's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Miami JetBlue 14.
Woo! Saved it. Oh, God. Man, the frames are chugging right now. We're good. We're good. I thought we were bad, but we're good. All right. After Capone, we're just going to go on a heading of 27. I'm sure we'll get radar vectors anyway. Let me bring up the sounds. Whew. Hey, Flying Eagle, welcome. All right, guys. They just trying to get everything loaded in here. I think we're okay. So there's downtown Miami. The airport is right there. Dodge Island over here. South Beach. Right. Well, South Beach is down there. It's Miami Beach. So not a bad view. And look at those clouds.
Walker 1483 Heavy, turn right heading 120.
Breaking out that cloud was awesome, right?
Walker 1483.
Yeah.
Having some internet issues in the at the live event, so I'm going to help out for now. Turn right heading 140.
Right 140, Walker 1483.
Good luck, Ice.
Miami approach, Chile 504, fully established on ILS runway 9.
Land Chile 504, contact Miami Tower now on 118.3.
118.3,
So there's one guy ahead of me. Yeah.
Walker 1483 Heavy, 7 miles from grid. Fly heading 120, maintain 3,000. 3,000 full established. Cleared ILS for my 9 approach.
120, 3,000, clear for the ILS runway 9, Walker 1483.
We're not there yet. But.
Miami JetBlue 1401.
JetBlue 1401, Miami.
We're still 8,000 on the downwind for Lauderdale.
JetBlue 1401, descend and maintain 3,000.
A valley of clouds lies ahead. Yes, indeed.
Miami.
So there's the airport. Our first look at Miami International.
Navigation.
And there it goes.
JetBlue 1401, descend and maintain 3,000. I'll have a left turn for you shortly.
3,000, JetBlue 1401.
We're back with you. The tower in Lauderdale doesn't answer, so can you confirm clear to 10 left?
Corpex 323, clear line runway 10 left.
Ooh, these clouds, man.
Clear to 10 left, 23.
This is why you fly Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Alpha 691, can we get higher, please?
Stand by. Guys, the Tracon lost their internet, so stand by.
That's not good. I believe they're doing a live event where all...
JetBlue 2085, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, 2085.
2085, what approach were you setting up for? 1-2 or 9?
1-2, sir.
How's it going, Matt?
Hey.
Hey, Miami 851 Tango Bravo requested vectors for...
Southwest 502, Miami Center radar contact. Climb maintain 12,000.
And heading is going to be...
You are clear direct to safety, Southwest 502.
274.
Right, 2017,
I guess we're...
Miami 851 Tango Bravo requesting higher and resume on navigation.
Okay, if you're calling, stand by.
Flaps 1.
Walker 1483, contact tower 18-3, good day.
108.3, Walker 1483, see you.
See ya, Ice.
One zero left in Lauderdale, vacated Bravo 8.
JetBlue 2085, contact Miami approach 119.85.
119 or 85. Have a great day, man. See ya. 119er 85. Is it 850. Darn it, I knew that. 850. Miami approach. Oh my God. Miami approach. Good afternoon. JetBlue 2085. Level 3,000 feet, heading 305. Hello. 119er 85, right? I'm sure that's him now. One, two.
Okay, we might be back. November 851 Tango Bravo, Miami departure.
Go ahead, 851 Tango Bravo.
Okay, are you on the Doral 1?
124 85. Miami. Why can't I hear myself? I forget it.
2805 Miami. Let's see, you planning the ILS 12? I'm sorry.
Oh, I know the problem. No.
JetBlue 2085 Miami.
JetBlue 2085.
Yeah, we got disconnected for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Turn left heading 180 for now, please. Vector for the final approach course.
Left 180, no worries at all. JetBlue 2085. All right, now I feel better. I don't know what happened there.
JetBlue, correction, American 2870. You can contact the Miami Center 135.17 and
nice little tour of the Everglades here.
Sorry about the disconnection there. Walker 1483, contact tower 118.3 if you haven't already. Okay, November 851 Tango Bravo. I see you made a left turn. Are you back on the departure now, sir?
For relief, we are on the Doral 1. We were assigned the 060 on the heading, but we're turning to inbound left.
They DC'd the event, and then AFV was bleeding. Yeah, I understand. I'm not mad or anything. I just the last instruction they told me to go somewhere, and that somewhere didn't exist, so I was a little worried. But then I switched back, and they fixed it. So.
And you can climb and maintain 7,000.
70 and climb 7,000, 85 Tango Bravo.
Miami approach, hello, American 1501, Miami approach, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000.
Maintain 16,000, American 1501.
I'm taking this opportunity to slow down.
2085, you're 10 miles from Piana. Are you able to go direct Piana
now? We can go direct to Piana for JetBlue 2085.
JetBlue 2085, clear direct Piana, cross Piana at 3000, and cleared the ILS runway 12 approach.
Direct Piana, maintain 3000 at Piana, and clear for the ILS 12 approach for JetBlue 2085.
Was Delta 491 checking in?
Delta 491 crossing 3,500 feet.
Delta 491, roger, thanks. I'm with you, descending radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000.
So final approach speed is going to be 131.
JetBlue 1401, you're 19 miles from Warber, turn right heading 110, maintain 3000 until established on the local.
Lights are on, right?
Straight in ILS runway 10 left approach.
Noah, you forgot to turn the lights on.
10 left, JetBlue 1401, 3000.
On. There we go. Let me get the Miami taxi chart up, because taxi in Miami is the worst. There's like 5,000 taxiways, so I will absolutely be needing this. Cool. All right, we got that up. Get the approach in. The frequency for tower, 1183.
Miami approach, American 575 heavy.
American 575 MMA.
Hello, we are descending on the Bluefish, arrival out of 10,000. Previous approach controller is not answering, and we were told to call you instead.
On localizer?
Okay, American 575 Miami, hello. Descend and maintain 8,000 for now, please.
Okay, 8,000 for now.
Slowing.
American 575 heavy.
American 575, traffic's 12 o'clock and 7 miles. That's a Boeing 737, turning northbound, restricted to 7.
We have him on TCAS, American 575 heavy.
God, the clouds. Where's
JetBlue 2085, contact the tower now, 118.3, we'll see you.
Over to tower, thanks to the ATC, JetBlue 2085.
Miami departure, American 39.
Miami Tower, good afternoon. JetBlue 2085, ILS 12.
JetBlue 2085, Miami Tower, good afternoon. Wind 140 at 13, gust 21, runway 12, clear to land.
Runway 12, clear to land, 2085.
American 2177, cut at departure, have a great flight.
1218.
For American 2177, have a good day.
So far, the plane's behaving quite well, considering everything I'm throwing at it. But we're doing all right. We got this. Uh-oh. Did we just lose voice? Oh, man. Well, this will be fun. Can we break out of these clouds, please? They were restarting AFV or something? Okay. Yep, I believe it. At least I got my clearance already, so I don't have to worry about getting it via text or whatnot. I just feel like I don't remember there being this many voice problems, like, concurrently all the time in such a short time. Like, I feel like they were like once in a blue moon, you know? Strange. Right, we're on the glide. What did I say? 131? Yep. Let's give you guys a nice little view here. Oops. Gear down. Look at that. Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. Go around. Boy, do I not have any idea what the go around is. Approach 12. Go around is 3,000. So I'll plug that in. Did they try fixing this?
2,500.
Now, voice server's still gone, huh? Oh boy, no. Wow, nothing like being able to show you off the beautiful Miami skyline with absolutely no scenery whatsoever. It's a great view. Nothing like cloud. There we go. I think we're finally going to break out of this. Holy moly. Hole in the clouds. Finally. It's something to look at. Oh, it looks so good. So this is the Latin VFR Miami, by the way, that we're about to see here. This is payware scenery. I got it on a great sale. Hey, Elias, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Flaps full. That'd be helpful. Just in time for landing. Did I say I was 100% convinced of Boeing before? Changing your mind there, Arch? Man, these winds are no joke. Is any here at Cargo State ready to rate your landing? Thanks, appreciate it. It's now that I realize, Ice, 1,000 feet stabilized, mid-approach altitude set, that I didn't do the performance thing in the EFB for arrival. I wonder how important that is. Plane is mine. If Ice is going to rate me, I'm giving him the full thing here. Maximum effort. No voice, so if I have to go around, there's like 0% chance that that's going to happen. All right, that was a wind gust, Ice.
500.
500. Come on. Stay on profile. Stay on target. Stay on target. Oh my god, the wind. Holy moly. Alright. I'm now looking straight at the runway. It went from like no wind to like all the wind. I guess
100.
There we go. Waiting for the call out.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Get her down. Woo! Man, flaring in this thing is pretty tough. I gotta say. I feel like it really, I have to pull all the way back on the stick to flare. Assuming that's for me. Take the next one. Whew. Thank you, Joel. I really pulled all the way back on that stick there. All right, I'm going to take a look at that in a second. I'm sure that message is for me, but... let's see here. APU's coming on. I'm assuming I have to go to ground, but she definitely gets sluggish at slow speeds. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you guys, thank you. It was tough. The approach wasn't bad. I did. I thought I handled the winds. I think I bounced, quite frankly. We'll never know with the replay, but landing rate minus 321. So not bad. Hello, Miami Tower. Hello. Should I switch over to ground? assuming I have to go to ground, but he hasn't given me a handoff yet, so I'm not sure what to expect there. I could just disconnect at this point, but, you know, I want to be a team player. How was your landing there, Ice? How'd it go for you? Uh, 121.8. Where are we going today? E20. Gusty crosswind on 9, but it was pretty good. Nice. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until we got to like that last like. It wasn't like the last like 500 feet was just a lot of wind gusts. Ovary, yes, indeed, ovaries were involved, Arch. Absolutely. Hope I'm not blocking up the runway. Taxi east. Taxi E terminal via taxi via Victor. JetBlue 2085. All right, where the hell is Victor? Oh, straight ahead of me. It's like a straight shot in. I think. Oh God. I think there's nobody here in front of me, right? All right, I'm just going this way and that way. I think this is not Victor actually, but oops. I see where I was supposed to go, but I don't. The scenery did not match the Navigraph. Navigraph had me going like directly straight, but there was a giant thing ahead of me, so I don't know. Oops is the name of the game here, guys. Am I planning another leg? I am not, unfortunately. We've got my mother-in-law's birthday is today, so this is gonna do it for me, Ice. Thanks for hanging out with me and coming in. I appreciate it. It was a fun little part. I didn't expect this much ATC, quite frankly, so this is great. New update drop from Phoenix. This is the very last E20 I need. This is the last version live broadcast from this build you'll ever see. What the hell is E20? E20. I see it. I think is like over here on the right. I'm pretty sure it is. Just make sure no one's looking for me. Yeah, I don't know. Boy, I landed at the right time without the what's it called? The voice problem went down. It's supposed to improve FPS, some EFB and ND issues in controller support. Nice. All right, so I'm looking for what gate again? E20. E21. E23. Yeah, I'm going. I think I'm going in the right direction here. This should be 24 and then 22. I was supposed to come in on this taxiway here. So that's oops on me. Yeah, I know. It's over here. 24, and then 20 is the last gate in here. Cool. Don't want to blind the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Is this 20? No, that's 20. There it is. Oh, God, what a pain in the butt it is to taxi over here. Well, we finally made it. Latin VFR Miami. We love it. And since we don't have a marshaller, I got to do this myself. Almost clipped the wing. Close, but we got it. We got it. Back inside. 1, 2. Thought I turned those off already. Lights coming off. And there you go. Welcome to Miami. And we'll request the gate. Ground services. Ground power will take. Not doors. Where's the... Why don't I... Oh, toggle jetway. That's what I'm looking for. Ground power on. Give that a second. See why I love LA now? I'll tell you something, Arch. I can taxi in LA way easier than this. So, I'm with you on that. All right, turn off the APU. We're on ground power. And, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Miami. It's busy here. Got a bunch of planes. It's great. This dude's coming in. Obviously, the model matching not working for that plane, but we have model matching for this Delta, that Delta, the United. I have no idea what airline that is. There's TWA. I think those may be static planes. I'm not sure, but pretty good. We're going to file this one. Finish. That was great. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this look. Paint kit released as well. Oh, nice, Hawks. Awesome. Awesome, awesome news. Well, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me here. This was a lot of fun. Nice little Saturday afternoon flight down to Miami, and it did not disappoint with the ATC. It was great. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Flying Eagle. Guys, make sure you follow Hawks and Arch on Twitch. They stream as well. And I appreciate you guys being in here. Ice also streams on Twitch. So lots of good guys to follow on over on the in the evil dark side of flight simming on Twitch. Appreciate it, guys. Have a great... Lena also streams. Sorry, Lena. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Have a good weekend. And I'll leave you with this parting shot here of Miami. Have a good one, guys. See ya. I'm just the you count too, Lena. Come on now. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. There you go, Ice. Thank you. He disappeared, by the way. For the record, Hallahan was here for the first 15 minutes, and that was it. Unreal. See you guys.